turn it up, let's go. ColeyUFO in the cockpit live. If you're ready for the truth, throw your hands up high. Truth beyond disclosure, lights in the sky take over. Coley got the balls, it's to take over. Everybody in the club yelling, show us. Truth beyond disclosure, we want facts, we want closure. Hands up if you're tired of the cover. It's the sound of the secrets uncovered. Yo, radar locked, but they don't see nothing. Hometown kids saw the triangle hovering. Phone in his hand, got the whole thing filled. Next day gone like it fell in a kiln. Black vans creeping, sir that's a star, but his zigzag snaps like a muscle card. There's a base badge flash. Don't take pics till the hanger got craft. They can break physics. Loose spin tight with the same 10 lines, but the pilot can't sleep. See the same 3 lights. Briefed in a room. This meeting ain't happened. Sign this paper. Mine gets flattened. Flip that script when Coley goes live. Pull the tape back, play a slow rewind. Every in a blur, in a gray enhanced. Now the whole damn world in a trance like let's go. Truth beyond disclosure. Truth beyond disclosure. Lights in the sky take over. Coley got the violence, so take over. Everybody in the club yelling show. Truth beyond disclosure. No place, oh no. Put your hands up if you're tired of the cover. It's the sound of the secrets uncovered.
Yeah, I know what I saw, don't gaslight me. Whole block froze when it slid low key. Silent silver hanging over my street. Then it shot straight up like it skipped through beats. Grandma told tales, but they called her wild. Same marks on her arm since she was a child. Same humming in her bones when the sky turns steel. Sleep towel visitor stepping into her dreams. Foul deck empty, screeches like out. To the truth leak loud from a single shout. Cold case photo, same bright spear, different decade. Ain't still the same damn fear. You can scrub that feed, you can spin that feed, but the pattern stay sharp like a laser beam. Coley in the booth, bring receipts, stack proof. Whole crowd chant when he hits that truth light.
Hands up if you see strange lights.
Hands up if you heard them lie.
Hands up if you know we're classified.
Now scream if you want that file.
Hands up if you see strange lights.
Hands up if you heard them lie.
Hands up if you know we're
Classified. Now scream if you want that file.
When I say Coley, you say UFO. Coley, UFO. Coley, UFO. When I say truth, you say let's go. Truth, let's go. Truth, let's go. From the base to the blade to the back road, sighting to the jet cam clip, but a tic tac comment from the doc in the lab with the medevac plus. Like a late night show where the story begins. This our time, this our show. Turn it up loud on this next radio. If you want that file, better make that noise. Whole world sing with a million voices, 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 voice, 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 voice. Truth beyond disclosure. Truth beyond disclosure. Lights in the sky take over. We got the budgets to take over. Everybody in the club yelling show. Truth beyond disclosure. We want closure. Hands up if you're tired of the cover. It's the sound of the secrets uncovered.
All right, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of SNX Radio. I'm your host, Coley, also known as ColeyUFO, and because today is Monday, we have the beautiful and talented Maya Starfire with us. Sorry, I apologize for the little bit of delay. I had some sound issues over on Facebook, so I wanted to take care of those before we started, so it's my fault. Nobody else's. So, Maya, how are you doing tonight?
I'm doing pretty good. Yeah. Been a weird day, but that's all right. We're here.
Yeah, it's been a weird day for anybody else too. Today's been I don't know if I've maybe thought maybe this is a change of season, but I felt so off. Like nothing feels quite right today. I don't know how else to explain it.
Yeah, discombobulated. I definitely feel super high highs and super low lows today already, and I'm like, oh boy. So,
yeah, a lot of stuff has kind of been drummed up today. That's crazy you say that like that.
oh,
Yeah,
really?
definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah. I said I don't know what, and I thought maybe this is a change of season, but just like stuff that you think I thought it would have been over, and I thought, well, maybe it was from because when James is on, he always does clearings before shows, and sometimes I get a little emotional from that, like, and he told me it's totally normal, like he's called before and he's been like it just drums up some old stuff, so I thought maybe it was that, but now that you hear you say that, I kind of wonder what's going on.
Well, maybe it reached further than he predicted or you predicted. Maybe it reached anyone who watched. I don't know.
Oh, I didn't even think to ask about that. I didn't. Wow. Did it happen after you watched the show?
Well, it happened today, and I watched it last night. So maybe, yeah, I had to do a lot of releasing today, like full on angry crying, releasing, somatic, kind of release.
See, that's how kind of I was last night, and I didn't even think honestly, it just like came out of nowhere too.
Mhm.
That's really interesting.
Mine
I'll have
too.
to
Yeah.
yeah. Wow. That's yeah. So I thought, like I said, it was a change of season or just like, oh, and my birthday's coming up. And I thought, oh, maybe it's that. 'Cause sometimes I like,
Oh, well,
I just struggle with that a little bit.
and
Maybe I thought,
we did have 7 planets go into Aries. Like all
mm,
7 are in Aries, which is, leadership, warrior. Sometimes it can be a little bit volatile because
I'm
Aries.
seeing Bryan shake his head back there.
Oh, is
Yes.
he? Okay.
Yeah, you know what, Bryan? You don't mind if we go through chat, we bring you out because Bryan's like, he's kind of he doesn't care.
I
Bryan, for people who don't know who Bryan Bowden is, Bryan is no stranger to here, nor to YouTube, nor to podcasts at all. Bryan's been on more podcasts than I can even begin to count.
not as much
But
as my friend Al, but yeah.
oh
I
yeah,
actually this was just handed to me, and it said the winner of the longest opening number is SNX Radio, ColeyUFO. Congratulations, and
isn't that bad? Well, afterwards I go and I trim this, but what happened was I had double. It was crazy. It was it happened on Facebook. It's usually
yeah,
Instagram that's the problem child, but I did too want to go through chat really quickly. But since Bryan knows, like
there-
so much about so much about so much, like I have yet to like come across something that Bryan doesn't have an answer to, and I'm always like shocked because it's never I'll catch him with stuff on air even. I'm like, how do you know this, Bryan? How do you know this? So yeah, it's nice to have you on. I'll just go through really quick. Pop Spikes, I hope. Yeah, and Lori, you guys please say a prayer for Lori. She's a part of the cryptid panel. If you don't know Flamethrower Lori Ladd, she's having surgery, and we just want to throw thoughts and prayers out to her and Pops of the whole crew that came back from the LBL. Bigfoot fan Cindy 33, it's nice to see you. Like I said, to Lori, we are sending love and prayers her way. We got GC, John Allen. It's nice to see you. Bryan. We got Bryan Bowden, everybody. If you have not subscribed to Bryan's channel, please go over and do so. He's got Third Eye Live. He's got some great shows. He's got a great sense of humor. So it's right up my alley. It is right up my alley. And then I don't know. Oh, I saw Kurt W75 and Diane. Thank you, Diane. And for those of you who go back, I know Lauria does the same thing. And you leave a comment after the show. Thank you so much. Diane does this every single time. And Diane, I want to tell you that it really helps. And I really appreciate that. Thank you for always being positive and just, you're just absolutely wonderful. Kurt W75, thank you so much. Always appreciate your support also. Are you seeing anybody on your side?
Yeah, I see Valdo in here. Also PNW Rush, Kenny Momo. I'm sorry if I don't say that right. I'm not reading very well lately. Blazer, of course, is here. Daryl. We have Al.
We have Al. You said it at the same time, Al.
Yeah, Al.
Yeah, that's what I said. I just pulled it up, and you're like, I'm like, we have. I said it too. So we have, Al. We were talking about you. Your ears are probably ringing before. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
We have Chiro Sounds. I don't know if you said John Allen. I'm so sorry if I'm not.
No,
getting
you're
any-
okay. No, you're fine.
Um,
Ashes. Oh, sorry. It's
Jason Finch.
the Finchster. Yeah.
Mhm.
Jason Finch is in the house.
Mhm.
I have Gene Hudson. Gene. Oh, yeah. That's Pops' friend, Gene, I think. And let's see here. We're almost done, Brian. Brian will make fun of us for the
Good.
longest.
I'm good.
Oh, I am.
Billy's here.
I ordered a pizza. I'm good.
I always feel bad. I'm like, I can't leave anybody out. And,
No. I think it's very important to say hello to everybody that comes in. I try to do it. You have a
You do.
Oh
Yes,
yeah, I do it. And then even during interviews, like, so tell me when the last time, hey Bob, when I'll
Yeah.
just throw it in there. So,
Oh, Daryl. Yeah. So I think that if we missed you, I apologize, and we'll make it up to you. And 2 PNW Rush is going to be on next week, so that'll be fun. Definitely look forward to have that show. Oh, Hillbilly Herb, it's nice to see you. 420. It is 420. We are 420 friendly. I don't know.
I just realized that
hopefully
today.
you got 'em.
Maybe that's the problem. I don't smoke, so I'm
Yeah,
smoking, and I don't do it.
that's 420's way of getting Maya back.
Yeah,
And we have Kenny. Nice to see you. Yeah, that's
I
funny.
did hug a tree today, though. So I don't know
Well,
if
that makes up for it.
Yeah.
That definitely
No,
makes up.
it's been actually the last week and change. The Schumann resonance was off the chart. It was all white. I mean, it was powerful spikes going on. So something was going down. And then
For
between
people who
the
don't
planets,
know, we tell them what that means.
so the
'Cause they
Schumann
don't know what the
resonance is
Schumann
the heartbeat of the
heartbeat
Earth.
of yeah, I know what it
And
means.
yeah, so it's a
Joking. Joking.
32. So it's the frequency of the Earth, and it's a certain sounds and that are taking place, and that gets affected by exterior events, interstellar based, as well as interior events. So if something bad's coming, it starts to whiten and gets more and more powerful.
Brian, did
and
you tell them who you are?
No.
For people who don't know. For anybody who
Wait,
doesn't know, today we are a little discombobulated and we
It's
don't
fine.
exactly know why. We're doing things a little backwards.
Not a problem. Al's gonna love this. I actually sent I think Chris or my shorter bio. I actually made a shorter one now because
Oh my God, Brian.
how many paragraphs is it? So
Oh my God, Ale, that's how I found him. I did not know he was your friend. I pulled up his thing and it was like 2 pages long of all these different credentials. And I was like, who is this guy?
Claire audio, Claire this, egg Claire.
He had more. No, and they were legit places. And I'm looking into it and I'm like, all right, I got to book him. Like, this is like, if nothing less to tell him, this is like one of the most impressive resumes or CV, or I guess, media kits I've ever seen. It was cool.
Yeah, I mean, when Al and I met, it was like, it's like reconnecting with like your family. And it's just dangerous when we go out because everybody thinks we're cops to begin with, or the spirits are like, oh shit. And they literally,
you guys see everything, both of you.
He's seen a lot, he has other experiences I don't have. But
obviously you guys don't share a brain, but Maya, you've been on for both of Al's shows. I've sat there and I'm like, I don't know, as if, and even as much as I've wanted to see a cryptid, that my brain is ready to see a cryptid. Yeah.
I'm telling you, people. So Brian Bowden, many years of experience in field, researching everything. Studied astronomy and physics, and that's why Al calls me an asshole physicist. Studied architecture, engineering. I went into finance. I worked for the World Bank, IMF Fund. I'm a real life Knights Templar through fraternal organizations, but I follow what the true Templars were, and they're always doing good by, for God and the things that Yeshua was preaching. So that's basically me. And I have my own show Wednesdays, 8 to 10 p.m. Eastern, Third Eye Live. But yeah, we've seen some stuff we always go out on an investigation. We'll have a plan A, and then we come up with a plan B. Well, if that doesn't work, we'll do this with the intention that we want the plan A. But then a lot of times the plan Bs turn out to be out of this world great. So yeah. Hi, William. Mr. Nighthawk is there. He's a great guy too.
Oh yes, William Nighthawk and the Half Wrench crew is in the house. So both of them have channels. Definitely go over and subscribe to both of them. They're great.
So
great
the Half Wrench crew, my buddy Adam and Kenny and probably Shelby, and they're out in the Mark Twain forest right now, and they're watching this live. So while I'm on the investigation, so while they're
they have great channels
off of themselves, and hopefully not getting a dogman attack. It should be interesting. So
keep us updated. They have an amazing channel. That's awesome.
They have a great channel, and then they do. Oh, she's gonna kill me. But Adam's Mrs. Brittany started the Ghost Wrench channel, the half-inch Ghost Wrench or something like that, and fantastic. I freaked her out actually when she was filming. Because
that's cool. Is it from the same channel, or is it like just as
no? I mean, they have their own channel, and they have their own channel. But of course, you're going to bleed into that. And they went to the Abbey, this place I've never been to, and I get a text that night, and like they want to know where we should go look, and I start going into boom, 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 hitting all these different things up, and
you're a medium too.
Yeah,
I forgot. Yeah,
like extra large. Double XL.
It's cool when it is cool because an experiencer, I'm telling you, the mass majority, if they weren't a medium before, they were a medium shortly before or after. Yeah.
Something happens when you get abducted, or have an interaction.
Same thing.
Have to be abducted, but you can have a UFO and remember whatever, and it kind of unlocks your abilities. At one point, but
every single one that I've come across in one way or another.
Yeah, and it's just like if you use it, it's like any other muscle or ability. The more you use it, Maya will probably tell you, the more it grows and the stronger it grows, and then some really weird stuff starts happening. So it has its pluses and minuses because you can know things about things. And then also you can know things about things that you don't want to know about.
I get the death dream.
It's not even the death dream if someone you give a damn about is lying to your face, and then you see them.
Oh yeah, you're the human lie detector, aren't you?
Oh yeah, and it sucks, and it plays out
of someone cheating on their wives, and you don't want to see that kind of stuff.
Yeah, I mean it's the same thing whether a husband's cheating or a wife's cheating. And you see that, and then you can feel both ends, like the pain and anguish from one person versus, that other person having whatever pleasure. It's real sucko. Oh yeah,
that in you, and if somebody's not feeling like, or they might have an illness too, you're able to censor that, aren't you?
Yeah, I mean, if you walk down this, worst thing is empath ability. Everybody has that 99% of the time. But when I walk into someplace and someone walks past me and I'm like, oh, they're not doing well. And you feel it,
that's as bad as the death dream.
The death dreams suck too. I had a great dream last night, but it had nothing to do with death. But it had
it's just like when it happens, it's like a ticking clock. And I don't know exactly who it is. I just know how close they feel to me. So I just wait and speculate.
Al just said Brian's never been a medium, even when he was a baby. Towards you, Al, and not happy birthday, buddy.
Oh man, yeah, my kiddo was a huge kiddo since he's never been the right size either. So that's okay.
No, it's what sucks is if I don't like when people lie to me.
No, I don't either. Yeah. I take it very personally.
I'm not big on it. This is why I'll tell you, I don't care if people believe me or not. I'm not selling anybody anything. Except that Al and I will be on Paranormal Paul's Paranormal Among Us tomorrow night, 6:30 Central. Did I do a good job?
6:30 p.m. Central Standard Time tomorrow.
Yes. And that's going to be
That
That's
would
going to
be
be the
fantastic.
best the whole way through. But it's just very upsetting when it happens to you. And I don't lie. Everybody, I know a lot of people are lying left and right. I don't have time for lies. I don't want to remember the lie to cover my lie. I just tell you the truth.
Yeah,
I don't have time for
that.
this crap because we only have X amount of time here, and I'm trying to get certain things done. And I don't even at certain points.
So pointless. It is
You know
so
what's pointless? Explaining yourself to people that will explain it to me, and they really don't give a shit to know what you're talking about or care.
Yeah.
They just want to try to have a fake conversation with you. And I got, like go fry
done
ice.
doing those too.
Yeah,
done
I'm done
doing
with that.
those.
Or like you said before, like the smile, like you have to smile.
Oh, the Martha Stewart smile.
Well, it's that, and then I call it the.
But eventually, you start to really smile. If you're having a bad day, I do that. So I get I uplift myself. That's why I do
you
it.
can make yourself smile by smiling, but
I'm gonna do all this.
sometimes I just don't want to deal with people. So I do like that president going to the helicopter. I'm like, I wave and I, like to pretend to hear. I'm like, I want to get out of there. And it's no disrespect to them. There's a lot of times I don't want to deal with certain individuals, but you can always change your perspective. One of the things you do, all you got to do is if you see somebody and you're going in the store and someone's a real prick and they're assholes or whatever it is,
punch them.
They're just nasty. But depending on who it is, a lot of the younger girls just don't care. They
Tip
think
their carts over.
Yeah. So what you do is you're up there and you can see, oh, this person's like a bastion of sunshine, and just go, I love your glasses. Those are awesome. Where'd you get those? They look so good. And you say a compliment, and they'll go, oh, really? And I'm like, yeah, they're great. Where'd you get those? Oh, they look great on you. And you do that for somebody,
right?
and you totally change their energy. They do a 180, and instead of them, the stick flies out of their ass, and then they're happy again. It's just a way to change your world. Something I just did.
Do you know what I had my son do? Once he got a little older, like he got a little older, it was different. But like in his first, when a girl was mean to him or a kid was mean to him, I had him give them a card because I said people who hurt other people. And he said that I'm sorry, da 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 da. So we would always kind of flip that around. And it would make the kid feel better, because you could tell it was a parent's words, not his.
Yeah. I mean, I go with the Russian portion of my heritage and cut it out, or we'll just take you out.
No, now after a certain point, these are more like light situations.
Light situations.
The other ones, yeah.
Next thing I need is my youngest daughter to start screaming at somebody. She's pretty quick with her words. She's very compassionate, but if you're gonna come at her, she'll flip it and go right at you. It's the wrong person. She's a Sagittarius. O's coming out and it's flying. She's no joke.
She's no joke.
No,
I see girls. Yeah, no, this is a woman. I like this. This sounds.
You don't understand. Like I raised her since she was a pup, because I was home alone. Like no work at that time, and so she's got great music. She's got great sense of humor. She's a wise ass, super freaking smart, and she's always been a problem. Like she's just days you want to kill her. Like she's tough. She loves Al.
Those are girls.
Al gave her a finger that if you pull it, it farts, and she just lived for that finger. I always just say something, to the effect of, she has a tattoo. She was born with it. It says, "The devil fears me," and I'm telling you, he does, because that kid is no joke. But she's also an old soul. Like when she was coming back through the system, they didn't clean her totally. So she knows stuff. It's fun. But
it sounds like my daughter. My daughter, she's vicious but she's amazing. But I don't have to worry about her ever. Like no one ever is going to step all over her. And my daughter is also an old soul. She's 4, but she remembers shit that she probably shouldn't even know about.
Does she tell you things about relatives that she's with? Because mine did.
Yeah, she tells me about past lives that me and her had before. She tells me about
that blows your mind.
Yeah.
I mean, when she was about 4 or 5, she woke up. I was fuming, and she's in the back of my car, and I'm sitting there letting her go a nap. And she said, "I was with your grandmother before I came here." And I'm like, "You
Oh,
were?"
wow.
She goes, "Yeah, I was." She's a really lovely lady. That's exactly what you said. And the way she used to sit, prim and
Yeah.
proper, with one hand on top, totally like old. And
Yeah.
she goes, "Yeah, she's a lovely lady, but she does this annoying thing with her mouth." So I said, "Okay, well, what did she do?" And she goes, she hums. And that's the one thing that used to drive me nuts about my grandmother. So she was with my grandma. There's no way. She never
Yeah.
talked about her. She never saw her.
Do
Totally was with
kids
my
know what that is even anymore? Like the
but
hum.
no.
For real.
She didn't. Well, she was about 4 or 5, so she definitely didn't do it. I don't think most people hum anymore.
No, no. So
Um,
that's pretty significant that she said
Yeah.
that.
well, it was, but the fact is, my grandmother did that, and my grandma
Yeah.
was more of a mother than my mother, so it was just like, okay,
So is
I've
mine.
got
Yeah.
something. What are the lottery numbers?
Right. But they'll never tell
Tell
you
me,
that.
tell me
There's
something.
there's rules to this, and there's certain information. I can even hear it on my portal how it's like almost censored, and I'm like, there has to be rules to this. That there's certain information they
I
cannot get across.
I look, I there. Well, it's just really funny. I did a graphic today of heaven and versus hell, the different levels. When you okay, so when you go to the next level, you get out of the meat suit, and your soul goes back. Depending
We
if you
got to
go,
figure out how to get out of here first.
well, that's the difficult part. But when you go there, usually it's if it's not a freaky accident, you usually be going like, "Oh, I see my dog. Oh, he's coming over to me. I smell my mother's eggs," whatever it is, and then you'll get a relative to bring you across and transition you from life to death. And then what you do is you go to what I call the orientation, and you stand there, and you are greeted by other beings that are operating through the system, heaven, and they go, "Okay, come on in." And they give you that life review,
Oh,
and you
great.
go through it, and you see all the crap you have done, and where you, and even past lives, and you see everything you've been doing, where you went right, and then up, this is where you
Is
went
that
wrong.
necessary?
It is necessary because every one of us is on a path, and we have to follow the path in order to get to what you're trying to do. Is, if heaven and hell are pyramids, the top above like this, and as above so below, where the point, like the furthest point, is the spot that you can do it. So you really want to get up to the top of heaven, where you're perfect again. You don't mess up, you didn't screw anything up, you don't have to repeat, you don't have to reincarnate. So yeah, we go through this. So we have an option. Do you want to reincarnate and try to fix that? But there's no guarantee where who or what you're going to reincarnate as. You know,
Mm-mm.
you could
I'm not rolling those
reincarnate
dice
and
again. Not
come
again.
back as something that's, I don't want to be back here again.
No, me either.
No.
I never thought I'd be saying this.
Yeah, I
No
want
one's
my
Uh-uh.
wings. Yeah, I want my wings. I want to be able to,
I want to
do
get
whatever the heck I
away.
want. Yeah, I want my
This
wings
is
back.
you
How with
did
it.
something wrong, and that's why you are on this planet, is what I'm convinced of. If you've ever seen The Good Place, welcome to the good place.
I am
Like,
pretty sure in a past life, I blew up an entire planet and
I
killed
had to
a
have
lot
done
of
something.
people.
Oh, I
I'm
know I did. I know I
pretty
led a
sure.
mass tribe into slap, and I didn't mean to. I thought we were making the right decision. It came up in Akashic Records, and I did it. Okay, so this is my punishment right here.
Yeah,
This is it.
and you got to go back again, because
No, not
the
again.
reason why I say this, and maybe this will resonate with both of you, especially today, because I know exactly when you guys were talking about it. I know I'm feeling the same thing.
I'm getting off of
There's
here.
something there that is just not. I don't know. Maybe depressing is not the word, but just like melancholy is I used, and then other days are lighter and brighter, and you're not bipolar. You're just feeling that energy. and it's kind of hard to pop
No,
out
if you're bipolar, you'd have the highs at least. You know what I'm saying? Like there's some like the people talk about when I was a mental health therapist craving those bipolar highs. Nope,
Oh
none of
yeah,
those
but
either.
most people are just, I have someone that oh, you're so bipolar, and they try to analyze you, then they're nowhere near to being an analyst. I've talked to people that are analysts, and don't take it the wrong way. I don't trust a lot of these therapists because
Why would you?
they become the new crack dealers.
Do you know what
And
I know about my own kind is that there were very few that ran by theory. Very few. I would say maybe out of the people I worked with, we used to have monthly meetings. I was an outpatient therapist. I worked with kids with extreme attachment disorders, reactive attachment disorders, came from adoptive families. Like what I can tell you is you could go around a table of 12 and you would have 12 different diagnoses. You would have maybe 2 out of those 12 that were actually doing beneficial therapy or that was even like run on theory. The rest are just sitting in there like jotting notes, talking to you, not doing any real work. But I can tell you this is that they do have, and they are in a position very easily. Can mind control happen? Absolutely. When I engage you in a
100%.
conversation going back and forth, I affect your dopamine. When I engage you in conversation and I get you into a conversation, that's your dopamine. If I get you back and forth conversation, that's a serotonin. All I have to do is press lightly, but for, enough on your hand. Cause we used to always with kids, like parents, massage, the hand that
Yeah,
releases the oxytocin in your brain. And those 3 things, you can have somebody in seconds. That's how
that's
easy it is to manipulate.
and I know people that are slave to the therapist. So like, hey man, let's go to the movies. Hold on, I gotta call my
They need
analyst.
somebody to I have those people too. And they'd be like, how do you know? And I was like, how do I know? I see your patterns. Okay. You
It,
don't think, I don't know why you don't see this, but I see you're doing the same thing over and over and over again. I got to a point, I was like, you've got to be joking me. Like, this is not rocket, but they need that. They want somebody
it's not
just to
only
listen to them.
well, I don't know how much they need it, but I sure as hell the therapist needs it because they
Oh,
keep their
yeah.
clientele. I've walked out of a therapist's office because I was sent there for work purposes. And I started off, I said, first of all, I have a lot of friends that do what you do. I don't believe any of them. I think you're all full of shit. And she was just like taken away because all the people that come to see her are in desperate need of help.
Yeah, they really are.
This is life. I speak in real terms here. I don't need her. I'm just doing it because work is trying to. So like get me on something which I didn't do, and it was clearly evident after. I'm like, look, I'm doing 3 sessions. I want in and out. Let's go. Told her everything, and this was during 9/11. So she goes, it sounds like you're angry. I said, no, I'm not angry. I'm angry at the assholes that took down those towers. But what I have is a really shitty situation. And I'm able to figure that out long ago. And I asked one of my friends, like, I was told I was bipolar, and we did a little bit of testing. They're out of the UK, and they go, Bryan, you're not bipolar. You're in a really shitty situation. And
No, yeah.
I said, but no one wants to believe Bryan. So
You look at somebody's environment first, but that's not the way they do it. They want the money. They want the sessions. They
right,
want to
and
generate
if you cure somebody, it's like big pharma. If they don't
yeah.
keep you, they don't keep you or cure you, they keep you alive. But let's say people that have had these
Barely.
experiences with extraterrestrials, right? First of all, they're having a hard time
Try
dealing
to be a therapist, Bryan. Try to be a therapist in your own
No.
city, no, okay.
I'm
And
not-
I had to come out as the crazy UFO lady, an alien lady. That's not even when they went after my license. It was when I spoke out against the COVID. But that right there,
story.
let me tell you how uncomfortable it is to be a therapist in your local community. In my local community, like honestly, Coley Weber started off like all my family, all those old nice little coworkers. They watch that I'm streaming live to, and they all hear me say this. But
Hi.
can you imagine how uncomfortable? And it's been used against me.
Of
That is
course.
very uncomfortable. That's
See,
how
this is-
passionate I am about telling the truth in this whole thing. Can
the
you
first
imagine?
thing that you do in countermeasures and operations is point fingers and make counter accusations. So
No, I'm not pointing my finger at you.
No.
I'm
But that's
showing,
what
like,
they
telling
did
you
to
that's
you. They
them.
don't want the truth out, so that
Yeah.
she
Oh, it's
believes in little
embarrassing.
green men. No,
Oh
they're
god,
actually
no, you
spray
should
you,
see
dumb
some of the stuff and
motherfucker.
some of the stuff they say,
Yeah,
yeah.
I mean,
Oh,
well,
she
they're not
thinks
really little.
aliens or she must be on drugs. Oh my god, look at, like, her, she must be cracking up and mentally ill.
I
Look at the
wish.
therapist is all sorts of things. They say all sorts of things about
Yeah.
you.
Well, it's
It's
like
crazy.
anything else. Like if you're going through any type of legalese, um, these people are trained to try to just
Oh, it's
rip you
crazy.
apart.
Oh yeah.
And
Yeah.
like I say to anybody else, if you're gonna make me a monster, don't forget to include the chapter you created,
Mm.
right?
I just don't even respond anymore. There's been so much of it. Like,
Oh,
and
I'm there.
then the local people, half of them, but they come around because I just had one today send me this thing. Oh, I've just, recently experienced something like this. And I'm like, well, you can watch the show. I don't have a whole lot to say left to my community who let me sit out there and they roasted me. Law enforcement and everything called me a conspiracy. They're watching too. Call me a conspiracy theorist. It's
There they
down
are.
on court documentation. Oh yeah, no, they openly admit to this,
Oh
and
yeah,
I openly say, like, I don't. You can even call and check. They love it when I say that too. But the thing of it is that is how important all of this is in the truth. Like you said, you're a human lie detector. It is so important that in order to get there, in order to do what we do, and if you want, like, because I'm talking about, we're going into some protocols, like giving you ways if you want to make
right.
this contact for yourself. But you have to understand, like, I'm not going to over exaggerate anything. I'm going to tell you realistically what it takes to get there. But you have to have a lot of respect for that, Bryan. You really do. I know
I
you've thrown yourself out there.
yeah, I get a ton of I have a ton of respect for it, and I have law enforcement in my family. I have lettered agency people that I'm
They
friendly
need
with.
to do a better job. Okay.
Yeah.
I'll tell them all this.
So what was interesting is Al and I used to do 2 live meetings a month, one in the New York City area, basically Yonkers, that we can get to. First Thursday of the third Thursday of the month, and the first Thursday we go to Red Hook, New York, which is up by Marist College. It's really up there, and we created a grassroots get together for people to discuss UFOs and all this strange stuff in a judgment-free zone, because it really gets difficult. We research and we know how hard it is to get that done. So that was really great. But we must have made an impact, because one time I'm doing, so Al's sitting to the right, the right of me. I'm in front of where the screen is, and I'm talking whatever about the presentation we're doing. I think I had a UFO in near my house, and I turn over to this other guy, the really nice, heavy set guy, blondish hair, blue eyes. His name was John. And I'm looking at John, and John is vibrating. I shit you not. He's vibrating and distorting. And I'm like, don't miss a beat. And I turned to Al, I go, check out John. And he's like, what? I'm like, check him out. And I was like, motherfucker's vibrating. And I'm like, yes, he is. So I've never seen that before. But John eventually died in a fire. And I'm pretty sure John was not fully human. And I'll just say it, more extraterrestrial. Then there was another night, and we caught, Al and I catch him, because we're not, do not, as the Italians say. And we're in the meeting, and you see people come in, and they're sitting in the back, and they're taking notes, and it just, like, they should just have FBI tattooed on their fucking forehead. Or and then when he got pulled over by Men in Black, we kind of knew, and then he got stopped by him and threatened. One of them said, that was a good meeting the other night. Good subject. And they took off, and we knew exactly. They never came back after that. But I know when I'm talking to people that are pretending to be something they're not.
Mm-hmm.
And if, the best part is when they believe that they've got one over on you.
Oh, yeah.
You give me that opening, I am going to I'm just going to mess with your brain. And like, when you think you're like, oh, you're wiser than me, I can make shit up just as much as anybody else based on experiences and really screw you up. And when I talk to people, I Easter egg them, just so you know. And
That's good.
I don't
What
know.
does that mean?
So I will implant certain false information into my conversations to see
Like
who.
this one? We don't want to put this out there if
No,
that's
no,
what.
no, 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 no.
Oh, okay.
Answer this one to see
Okay, so
who's
we're clear of deception on this.
right,
So
right,
everybody.
right. They see who's spilling the beans or opening their mouth when they shouldn't.
Oh no, I know what you're talking about. To find
Easter
out
egg.
who's a leak. Yeah, who's a
Yep.
leak. Yeah, I've had to do that too. Unfortunately, I've given certain information to certain people to know where it's coming from because it gets that crazy. Yes.
Yep.
Oh yes.
There's way too many people in this field. But
Mm.
I think one of the things you want to talk, I don't know if you want to talk predictions or interactions or, when you
Human
said,
lie detection. No, that I think that's no, but I think it's so important though for people to hear that because
Yeah.
it's like there's so much. I tell people in this, like I've seen people, I've interviewed them. This isn't just or SNX isn't. I was on Spaced Out Radio after I was on UFO. I've done
Yeah.
multiple different podcasts, so I've talked to people for years now, and it's like all of a sudden, they'll come back. I won't talk about the duo who did this. But they came back and they were like the narrative, like they had this whole new thing. I mean, so many layers added on. They went from like whatever to being the ambassadors here with a training program and this like whole other, layers and layers. And I was like, no, 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 no. One of you was an experiencer, one was not. And now like the whole, and I'm like, this is the problem in this community is this is the stuff that happens. There's only so many people that actually are sticking to, I might like with my narrative, like I might look back and be like, oh, this makes more, put the pieces together and have new insight, new understanding, new awareness. That's not changing things. That's telling you, because you can't keep looking at it from like one perspective.
No. I always, Al has gotten me. Some people that we had to go interview on Long Island, and we had a phone interview. I'm like, we asked tough questions. Are you taking, you're under doctor's care? Are you taking any medications? And the guy said lithium, and I'm like, oh my God, why are we going?
Yeah.
Whatever. So yeah,
because there's a certain percentage of that also in the community.
There is, but this guy was genuinely needing help. It wasn't UFO based, and it was very evident. That's why we wanted, we always try to go down. We're not physicians, doctors. We do not dispense medical advice. If you have any questions, consult a licensed doctor. Watching UFO shows and alien shows and Bigfoot and whatever on YouTube, that is not a prescription. Please
go watch the cooking channels.
No, go seek some professional help. But there's certain people. Here's the problem, and this is just my personal experience. I do not believe there is a galactic federation. I do believe there are hundreds of different species that may be hovering and like all facing each other in our space outside of Earth, as well as internally. I don't believe any of them are here to help us or save us. Okay, they're definitely here to use us because we are the foundation of life throughout multiple solar systems. We have junk DNA in there, and the way we were made up, we are the perfect seed to start to replicate your own species again. Hence the hybridization. We're going to abduct Coley, Aya, Bryan. Each one of you are going to pair off with like some reptilian opposite. You'll donate your eggs, you'll donate sperm, and boom, and then we'll keep doing the hybridization until we get pure alien, which can be done through mating processes, and then we start
so we're breeders. Is that what you're saying?
Partially, yes, we are partially breeders. And I said this the other night. If I do have alien children, I'd love to meet them. I love kids. even one with tentacles or reptilian teeth. And I definitely want their social security number so I can claim on my taxes.
Yeah. Come
So-
one, come all. Yeah, you have like 32 show up at your front door tomorrow.
I just would love the agent going, it says here you have 3 Venetian children. Yes. I haven't seen their mother in so long. Yeah, me my money.
5 arms. Yeah.
Yes.
Oh boy. Maybe those are government. Okay, what are your thoughts, right? What are your thoughts on this before we go too far? Okay, so you know how David Icke came out and he's talking about like the reptilian part of the brain.
Yep.
Okay, so I had these images that were leaked on Twitter, and they claim that I have this reptilian in my brain, right? But I have this actual pocket of fluid. I can't believe I probably shouldn't even say this out loud, but I guess I'm this far into it. So anyway, I'm looking through stuff. So the area that's in is also the area that this fluid can form for like a reptilian part of the brain. Like, and it would also explain some of the other things that you have intuitively. Like, and people automatically say, oh my God, reptilians are really nasty, bad, whatever. But maybe like in this whole thing, because I've always wondered, they're looking for certain people that are here. They're like, there's no doubt about it. Like from blood type to gifted and talented program, like in my life. And I was even taken to a farm where it was like monitored and stuff like that. As you know, I've told you a lot of this behind the scenes. So and I have not told the whole story, like about all of it out there. But what if that could be a part of it? Yeah, no, and I eventually will tell this the whole thing, but a lot of it's to digest.
If you're going to do that, write it in a book and fucking publish it so you make money off of it. And I'm going to say it because in this system,
intense.
Earth,
it's crazy.
You need to make some cash. But what reptilians are like super duper intelligent, 400 plus IQ, 400 plus, easy.
But they were saying that Robert Monroe, right? So Robert Monroe was the one that was those machines that I was put on as a kid at the farm.
Yeah.
Those machines also come into play because he said that he was trying to identify them, but then he was trying to release them from some like central control, like that part of the brain. But that's what it was all about, was he was trying to identify, because I guess like prior we were in there's the school of thought is, and I don't want to say this completely incorrectly, but that somewhere along the line they injected that into somebody's DNA, and I'm AB negative, which is a newer bloodline. Like I'm all about knowing what's going on more than I am about creating maybe a scenario that I want to hear. So I'm just saying maybe this is possible, like where people, and I know everybody's going to automatically jump to reptilians are bad, but maybe they're not, but maybe that is injected into part of our DNA structure, if that makes sense.
It does make sense, and I don't know about that. But I can tell you that
oh my gosh, now I'm scared.
Will look for reptilians anywhere.
Mm-hmm.
And I believe that through their breeding program throughout whatever, they're going to focus on individuals like you feel like you're a human being, but in essence, you are a reptilian. And you know, you have it, you're a hybrid. You're not going to be a pure reptilian. A pure reptilian will be able to do the changes in the face and all that other stuff along with it, you know, and be able to morph.
But do you want to know even something even weirder? Is I have the high cheekbones. I'm not even gonna lie. My grandmother's the other one with AB negative. She's behind me. I have the high cheekbones, the deep set eyes. I was always told this as a kid by my grandmother. You have the deep set eyes. I always had a high IQ. I have a low blood pressure, and I have a low blood body temperature.
Same here.
Explain that.
Same here for the most part. You probably have a genetic line to native indigenous.
I'm Irish. I got the Irish connection.
Oh, you think? But I'm telling you that there are
my grandfather
hidden Indian lines that won't show up.
Yeah.
No, my grandfather. No, this would make sense because he came up from Wisconsin Dells area. He's darker complected, the brown eyes. Like he looks like he could definitely. If it were to come from anywhere, it would come there.
Okay, and my grandmother on my father's side, almond eyes, black.
I have almond eyes also.
Little black, pin straight black hair, and high cheekbones, and native coloring, which is kind of like tan, little bit tan, but not red really. They just said what they said, but it looks like you're burnt. And my father used to go. I think my mother's has Indian blood in her, and what's interesting is one of my first babysitters were Navajos. Penny and her brother, I forgot her brother's name, but they were Navajo full-blooded tribe, and in Connecticut. And I always had a strong feeling towards them. Matter of fact, I studied the history of North American Indian peoples for a couple of years, because there's something there that was drawing me to it. And you want to talk about extraterrestrials? Maybe they are there. You still have certain
It's crazy,
ones.
yeah. What it all means, Yeah,
it's the problem you have is it's whoever came here first and started capturing different governments, the control aspect of it. But I don't believe there is any. For example, the U.S. has the most technology and the most everything UFO and extraterrestrial related. And they made that deal with Majestic 12. Eisenhower did not make the damn deal. That's why when Eisenhower retired, he gave you a huge speech. Watch out for the military-industrial complex.
Yeah. And if you talk to Laura Eisenhower, Laura will say we didn't win the war. We might have won
I've
some
talked to
land,
Laura
but we didn't win
many
war.
times.
Yeah.
Not on, off camera and whatever.
She said it when I've been on shows with her before. She openly talks about it. She said
I've
that
been on a
they did
couple of
not.
shows with her too, and also Ingo Swan's niece. And
Oh,
and they're like,
yes.
holy crap, Ingo would have loved you. And I'm like, I would have loved to talk to your uncle.
Oh, gosh, yeah, to know about the
and-
remote viewing with the
Right.
Monroe Institute.
Oh my God, yeah.
Man,
And
I would love
SRI,
to.
but
Yeah.
it's they're trying to control this narrative right now. Now, the original, let's go to World War II. I believe that the Nazi Party that rose up, and yes, I'm talking about this on Hitler's birthday, by the way.
Operation. Oh, yes, it is Hitler's birthday, 420. It is.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh my
It's
God.
Hitler's birthday.
Yes, it is. Yeah.
I'm not going there, and I'm not getting into that side of it. But if you go to von Braun,
Right.
who started our NASA program, and we got him through Operation Paperclip.
Yeah.
He admitted that they got information from them, and he wasn't talking the neighbors upstairs. He was literally talking about extraterrestrials. So there is a race of extraterrestrials that clearly interfered, chose the Nazis to give that information to make them better, in hopes that probably they would have more control over the planet. Guess what? They lost. So now the Fourth Reich, because that was the Third Reich, the Fourth Reich we have in the U.S. right now.
Yes, and because we are in the Fourth Industrial Revolution, and that's when the COVID started. You're
and-
the only one that ever. Oh my gosh, I've been saying this for years. Thank you.
So we're in the Fourth
Thank
Reich.
you.
And
Yes.
all the Fourth Reich is control. It's controlling all the masses.
They need a global inventory on everybody. That's why even through the heart of this, you saw the census people out there with their little, taking who's living where, what you have. This was a global inventory.
And
Oh, yes.
until they perfected the technology, the reason why you needed to be 6 feet apart is each one of us transmits a signal, like a unique electronic identifier. It's like your cell phone. And you can pinpoint each one of them. So, but if I was standing too close to Coley, one, you'd probably hit me, but two, no, I'm joking.
What do you mean? I probably hit you.
You probably just hit me. Can you just back up?
You're talking about no.
So
I'm like a space invader.
if we're too close to each other, they know that Coley and Bryan are there, but they don't know who's who. So if they say, 6 feet apart stops the spread, Yeah, no, it doesn't. 6 feet apart allows them to key into certain markers in you. When the pilot went down in Iran and they found him through the ghost radar, I believe, or echo or something like that, they are able to pinpoint anybody on this planet and anywhere, even below ground, because they're picking up on your frequency.
Do you want to know what I saw? When
What?
the whole thing with the Fauci came about? I was a lifeguard at the YMCA, and one of the firefighters had a special phone that it was like it'd pick up Bluetooth. And all
Uh-huh.
of a sudden, and I'm telling you, the Y is not. And I worked there in all the departments or whatever. We started, and I said enough. The two workers are like, all right, that's it. Like, this is happening. Where
I've
they
seen it.
said they were injected with something, right? So everybody that was coming up, we'd see him walk because it was like a stone wall on the Y. We'd see him on this guy's phone because he was having me hook up Paris like Bluetooth, but he, like I said, he was a fireman, so he had something. He had gone to the company. I had interrogated him after. We could see people, and they all had numbers like associated, and I was
Yeah,
like,
and
"Oh my God, I have never seen anything like this before in my life, ever."
not only numbers, but it
They were
would be
Bluetooth.
Astra AZ would be in the like Astra. I'm just using this as an example. I'm not saying it is AstraZeneca, and then they give you a number.
Oh
The
my God, I
reason why
saw it
that
for
was done
myself.
is because this thing they gave you, it fundamentally changed your RNA and DNA. And once you change something that's natural and you put a change into the system, which it was doing, then they can own you as a product and a patent. You understand? So that's why you were seeing
I saw it.
AZ for one and PZ for another. That's Pfizer, whatever it was.
I wish
Uh,
I'd paid closer attention, but it wasn't my phone, and obviously, like, and I said to the guy, "There's no way," because I was having him do all these different tests on it, and then
right.
that's when he explained it to me, and I was like, because you can't. It's like all bricked in, like a stone wall. You don't get the reception out. We were going
Yeah.
closer, but you would see it as somebody came out of the locker room, and I was like, "What is that?" Or they
Well,
were walking together. It was
here's
crazy.
another one. Here's another one they did. They did a Bluetooth sweeper, which is basically what he had. And
Mm.
they drove through cemeteries where there were recently buried individuals during the sea that got the J,
They
and
probably
they
could
would pop
locate him.
up in graves.
I believe that.
Driving through and also walking through and seeing it. But let's go a little step further than that. You remember when they had all those problems with the LED lights in the streets and they turned like UV?
Oh, yeah, the blue lights.
Uh,
I was like, "Oh god, here we go."
that's
Now
not
they're 1 every 8 here on the highway.
well. We Some places had more of it, but
When we complained about them, they said that, "Oh, those are, what do they call them? Like
effective
a
street lamps.
malfunction or defective." Yeah.
Yeah.
I was like,
Oh,
"No, they're
the
not."
manufacturer knows, but we're keeping them. No,
No, they're
those were
not.
used
Mm-mm.
so that if someone pulled you over, and
Light.
because no one, people didn't, people stopped buying the narrative they were throwing out there.
You wanna
But
see anything,
if
you put it under a
if
black
you
light.
were,
That's what
well,
we got.
yeah, part of that was there's a luciferin element that was put into the stick, and when put into your body, it gives off a glow, so they know if you truly were or were not jabbed. They don't even have to
Have you
ask
ever
you to
heard about the
stand there for it.
fluorescent about ET, about leaving the fluorescent marker also? Is it kind of
I've
like a fluorescent marker?
very briefly on it because fluorescents are that may have been I've heard about something similar to that a while ago,
I
but
think it's the
we've
government.
moved so far away from the fluorescents. We now are in these LEDs which give off sound frequencies, and
Yeah.
yeah, it's really
Awful.
it's
But the
really
old
awful.
fluorescent, so that's it. Even like I've talked to Jay Austen, but Daryl Sims will say that you can hold it under an eye, under a black light, and you can see markings like that up to like
Yeah,
3
yeah.
days after. So you wonder, my only point was if you can see that now, and that's how they do testing like that, then I mean, imagine what you can see under a black light with some fluorescent, and you can't see fluorescent, just under normal. Sometimes you can, I guess, depending, it's a little bit different, but not if you're it'd blend right in for the most part.
I truly believe that part of what took place when they locked everybody up, Good night, William, was influenced by a race of extraterrestrials that wanted trying to get these people under control, and some of these, and also maybe even on a satanic end of the spectrum, and some people, I remember going to religious school and saying, oh, maybe angels and ETs are the same
I
thing.
went to a Catholic school too.
Yeah. So basically, if angels and ETs are the same thing, what's making demons be different? It's the same thing. And we're having this battle down here for control, and they're not going to do now. The next narrative will be an energy thing. Oh, you can't go anyplace because we don't have enough energy.
Mm-hmm.
They'll lock you down for that. I'm not being locked down for shit. Okay. And I highly advise you. I know this is ColeyUFO, SNX radio, but you wouldn't be a true American if you didn't exercise your Second Amendment right. That's all I'm going to say.
What do you mean? Like, I was out there, I had a grassroots. I started unmasked DBQ in my areas. That's what makes me one of the most hated people around here.
Yeah, I mean, but I
was out
always,
fighting the
I always
system.
tell people, if you can exercise with pews,
Yeah, I'm all
that's a
about
game
you.
changer. But
I was girls with guns.
nothing wrong with girls. Guns.
Yeah, no, I've
country.
heard there was a group. That's what we were called. Girls.
Don't
with Guns.
fuck with me right next to my bed, okay? Right next to my
I
bed.
don't know the seat of my car. Yeah,
People
not
don't
right now.
understand. It's the big problem in this country, in this world,
Iowa.
is there are so many people out there that think they're super intelligent, and they're not, and they're 30-second university graduates. They hear the 30-second sound bite, and then they're an expert in a subject or a field. No. Do more homework, do more research, and really investigate. Because
do I think that having any sort of degree is great? No, I just think it shows somebody's dedication. But if you're going to follow by it, I had to undo all of those things. I just took the tools that I learned, but I was a gate kid. I was not as programmable, and it was hard, but I still had, because I had that natural curiosity for it.
Yeah,
but does it make anybody? No.
You were going to fail the test for the super soldier program and all the other stuff, because 99% of those gifted and talented gate programs, if you look at the weighting of the tests they give you, out of 100%, 75% is how you respond to orders and directions, versus the 25%, which is about how intelligent you are.
No, it has nothing to do with how intelligent you are. They were trying to get to see who was your.
If I tell you to sit, stay, stand, roll over, and play dead, that's what you're supposed to do. You're not going to do it. I'm not going to do it. I don't believe Maya would do it either.
No.
No.
Those are the people they were trying to identify.
Right.
They wouldn't. They're the resistors.
Well, yeah,
part
but
of
they
it
used in a different way. Sometimes
the disruptors. They're the disruptors by nature. I can't help myself. I'm telling you, if there's a cause, or they were to be, and I know all the repercussions that happen. If they were to say, "Let's do this again," where would I wouldn't even think twice about it. I would be right out there, throwing the line. That's exactly. It's like it comes over. I think that's a huge part of it. But I think also, even before that, is that peel prick in the hospital. And I think that identifies, but I don't think it's necessarily, I think these are characteristics. I don't necessarily think that's the only reason. I think that's a characteristic of something.
I can tell you, I only knew New York State because my kids were born there. But every person born in New York State, the very moment you're born, they type your blood, they take your DNA, and they catalog it. And they have a permanent record of your DNA and all of your information.
But
I did not give consent for my children to give that away. And the way they get around it is, well, if you don't agree to it, we can't have you give birth in this hospital. And
Is it crazy?
my kids had the Colombian necktie, the you know.
Oh God.
So
If I had known then what I know now, but yeah, that's what he thought the right thing was to do.
you're gonna put what through what? No, that ain't happening. Cut my stomach open.
I gave cesarean. Yeah, I saw it in too. Like it really,
Yeah.
it's crazy.
I was there cutting my baby's. My doctor was so cool and great. He's like, "Come on, Dad, come up here." And all the nurses like, "Doctor, it's a bad idea." No, doctor. And he's like, "Go away." And I did a really great job on her belly button, and she's very impressed with it now at 14, 15. She's like, "Wow, you did a good work." I'm like, "Yeah, I do good work."
I couldn't do that.
Made you, and I cut your belly button. But
Oh, God, no.
yeah, I was there. I saw all the like, oh, that's her liver. That's that.
Oh,
all
through a
these-
cesarean?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was
I-
put
I have no
under. I thank God. Can you imagine if I saw my somebody, I can't remember exactly, I wouldn't say what family member it was, caught a glimpse and I was like, they better put me under. You're not sawing me in two, but we both went into distress. That is alarming. That is alarming to
You
think
realize
no.
They were doing this. It's Caesar's time.
No. Yeah.
Caesar. Hence,
Well, I always heard this
Caesar.
story about a lady who couldn't she was just twilight sedated enough, but she could feel everything. And I had that happen when they put a tube down my throat once where I felt everything and I was well aware. I just couldn't scream or yell. So I have this like of being put under anesthesia. Like I feel like I'm just going to get put under enough and then I'm not going to be able to yell and scream and I'm going to feel everything because it's happened kind of in that way.
It's interesting because yeah, the anesthesia thing,
that's scary. Yeah, no,
it didn't work for me for something. I started choking. I had the endoscope, the big camera goes.
I was so mad after that. I told him I got up and I said, I felt everything. I remember everything. I said, what is this? Some sort of CIA torture room? I said, that is not, I was screaming to stop I was so mad. And the guy's like, no, you have to sit in a wheelchair. I said, I told you that your medicine didn't even affect me. And I got up and I walked out and the lady walked right with me. And she's like, you're really not affected. I said, no, I'm not. I felt every bit of that. And I heard what you guys were saying. Like, it was so mad.
It sucks when you know everything about these guys. Oh my God. Hopefully that guy washed his hands after touching that. But I remember waking up because I was choking. Like literally I couldn't breathe. And I was like, and my eyes just immediately responded. And all I see is a man's, belt down and something that looked like a giant penis. And they're like, no, Bryan, take it in. I'm like, Bryan ain't taking none of that in. And I held that guy off. I'm like, wrong guy here. And this little nurse I saw, and the doctor like, hit him again.
Oh, you went in while the guy was having surgery?
No, I was getting the endoscopic, not the colonoscopy, but the endoscopic. So they have to put a camera in, and it's like this big giant thing. Looks like a big giant,
not from your throat.
And I'm like, they're supposed to knock you out with like Demerol or something like that. And I started, I guess my throat wasn't blocking the air. And
yeah, no, that's what they did to me too down my throat. That was horrible. I was mad, and the guy get out of my office. He was an Indian guy, and I said, gladly.
That was the first mistake.
I was complaining. I was traumatized from it.
I will tell you, yeah, and it's one of those things where, I think I mentioned it to you at one point a while ago, but we had a day-night investigation. I'm not going to go into the full details of it. And we had a Bigfoot encounter, we had a UFO, and we had a rip in time space. And the next day, I woke up and I got like this bluish liquid in my mouth. And it tasted metallic, like I ate a Smurf or something. And this was in 2015, 17, around there. And now if it happened, I would say, oh, methylene blue. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I hope you didn't use the wrong scope either. I'm like, you washed that sucker, buddy? I don't want to know what happens if you're knocked out. Whatever.
I don't know.
Yeah.
What would be worse? That
Right.
throat thing.
I
I'll
don't
never do
want to
again.
go there.
Never.
I do know that the big
Mhm.
camera that they give you to swallow, the portable camera, looks like a pill, and it travels through your system. That is retrieved, sterilized, and given back to somebody to take.
That sounds more reasonable. Oh,
Yeah, well, I
why
don't
did they have to go and do
No.
that? I was like,
I
oh,
mean,
I
like,
could have done until you
You're
said that
hell
last
is this?
part.
No,
Poop.
no.
I don't want to
I don't-
swallow someone's poop. That's
Well, I guess we
dangerous.
do every
Exactly.
time we
By
drink the
your body.
water. Every time you drink the water, that's what happens. That's alarming.
So when I got up the
Oh.
next day and I'm trying to figure this out, and I called Al up. I'm like,
No, who's
you have
Val?
anything weird? And
Or
he had, like,
Al?
Al Santariga.
I
the
thought you
big
said
recruit.
Val for a second.
No, Al.
Al.
This guy,
I'm calling bullshit.
that guy. And
Bryan played this earlier, and
Yeah.
Maya and I looked around like, what in the hell?
I know
just
he's
happened?
full of shit.
I have all these little sound bites of Al, and I put them into my
That's
roadcaster.
awesome.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
So,
that is awesome.
But so the next day, like I said, he said he had something hard in his lip. I said, go find out about Bill. And when my kids came back from religious school, I was there shirtless, and they go, Dad, what happened to you? And I had bruises, one on my chest and one on the side or something like that. And I'm pretty sure I would have been fighting with those, extraterrestrials. We're pretty sure we lost 2 hours of missing time. Like literally, hey, what's up, werewolf? And I'm pretty sure we got abducted and experimented on. And I will not go gently into that dark night. I'm going to fight like hell.
Did Al tell you last time he was on the show that he had an experience with ET after?
Yeah, he's had a couple of experiences. And Al, there's one good one where he wakes up or wherever he is, and he's kind of being
No,
he's on a
after he was
stretcher.
on the show with me, he said.
Oh,
he
no.
contacted-
I don't
Yeah.
know. He didn't say anything about that to me. That's because,
I felt bad.
oh, it don't feel bad. He deserved it.
He deserved it.
I
Oh my
always
god.
tell him, like, like when something happens, I'm like, if he mentions something in a post, I'm like, yo, bro, did you go to that room and get my keys? Because I left them up there. I just joke around about it. But I don't want to know if I was or was not abducted. I don't want, because once you go through a regression, whatever was hidden purposely.
Yeah.
Then you experience the entire event, and you experience all the pain and everything else. And I don't need that. Life is tough enough as it is. And to go under hypnosis and then discovered you're putting that where? No, you're not, or they're holding you down and you're fighting because you're scared out of your mind, or like, I'm not gonna, no. Like those feline.
Oh my gosh, that was cute. Maya, is that your cat? Can we see? Oh, Bryan, look at Bryan and I are both perked
Good.
up. We're like, we saw
Yeah.
a cat.
Sorry.
I mean, I would put advertising on both sides.
Oh my god. Is it a Maine Coon?
No, he adopted us. He just showed up on my porch, and he's one of the most amazing
Hello.
cats ever.
He just showed up on your porch.
I taught mine how to say hello. Yeah, yes, no. And no one can say, I love you. With
He used
treats,
to-
I taught him how to talk. Yeah.
I had a bull terrier, like the Target dog, and he would
Oh.
say, I love you. You go,
Oh, I had a
"Oh,
Jack
oh."
Rat for, yeah, a terrier like that.
Yeah.
Oh, cute.
He'd say that.
I love animals. I'm such an animal person.
Yeah, no. I'm allergic to cats, but they always come over and he's scratching them.
Oh yeah, I had them, like, I don't know. Mine were crazy though. Like Jackie, we called him Jackaloony because he talked more than I have ever heard anyone talk before with sang a lot. No, he talked like, hello, hello. You always knew my cats because I taught him with treats, but he just took it to a whole new level. He had his tongue rolled where it was like almost like a parrot. They got really, really good at it. No, I found my one cat that had escaped and they are like the bandits, when they get out. He got up in the tree and you hear clear as day, hello, hello. I look up and there's Clyde.
He's
Freaking
just
Clyde up there, like 50 branches. And I was like, is this when you have to call the fire department? Like, is this what they're talking about?
Yep.
With the cat in the tree.
Yeah,
I
they
was
get
like,
freaked out when they go too high sometimes.
he
By the
was
way-
stuck up there. And there's no way of getting him down. We had to hello it for like 3 hours to get the cat down. It was
So
like,
just want to reference werewolf. No, I don't know if I got probed or not. I don't want to know.
Yeah.
That's
we
something.
got talking about cats. Sorry.
Yeah. But
back on
do you hear about what? So I forgot where this was, but apparently someone said that cats are based off of extraterrestrials, the species,
Mhm.
house cats,
Yeah,
and
I believe that.
if you play and they go back to Egypt, their time in Egypt where they were worshipped like gods.
Yeah.
And if you take old world Egyptian music that would have been
Mhm.
played around there and you play it, cats usually peek up and they perk and they look.
Yeah, I believe it. Actually, the first thing I thought was, where did you come from? How come you're so cool? Were you sent to me straight off of a ship or something?
Wow. Isn't it crazy though? I had a neighbor's dog that it would not go for months and months and months, and he finally got stern and took it back. But that dog was my dog, like legitimately. Do you think sometimes animals find people for whatever reason? You just have this bond.
I just think that animals are a perfect judgment of good versus evil in some capacity, and kids too. Little kids are like that. Like, I don't know about you, but greatest thing I ever did was create these little things, babies, even though they drive me nuts.
Yeah.
It's the coolest thing. And there's nothing in this world that I love. I mean, I don't sleep well to begin with, but you put a nice baby in my arms at time, and I will pass out because you can feel their breath and their
If
vibration.
you love them, you'll share a heartbeat after, what is it, within 5 minutes, your hearts will start to beat and sync. Yeah.
And it's something that's again, this is why I wrote the song that's on my show. Everybody calls the unicorn song. But since I've been even little kids would always come over to me, animals. I thoroughly, when I see a little baby, I freaking love them. They are the coolest little things. And when you see a little kid laughing, if you can't get the giggles from watching a kid or a baby laughing, there's a problem, because that's just my 2 cents. I'm not a huge cat fan. Don't take that the wrong way. I like them. I'm allergic to them, but they have retractable razor blades. I'm more of a
Yes,
but-
there's scratches all over me from them.
Go to girls.
Yeah.
Go to, I just, before we go any further, I just want to say I just saw Lori Ladd. She was in the hospital. She was in ICU.
Awesome.
Did not know if she had surgery, but she's just saying, I received a circle of protection and was healed overnight. Woke up this morning to no surgery, no cancer, and I'm going home from ICU in the morning after they removed the tubes for her lungs. No joke. Lori, that is amazing.
Awesome.
Yes, that is amazing.
That is
so happy
great.
to hear that. So I apologize for interrupting. I just wanted to I just saw it. I
No,
was
that's
like, wow,
important.
very
That's
important.
super important. And I want her to be well for
She's
long,
excellent.
long time.
Blazer calls the whatchamacallit, the claws,
Murder claws.
murder
They are
claws.
murder claws.
Oh, let me tell you something. My older brother's wife had 2 black cats. And here's the thing. Whoever the owner of the cats is, they're gods to the cats. And these cats would go out and kill shit and leave it on her pillow.
Yeah, mine do
Oh,
the
I've heard
same
people
thing.
do that too.
And I have a
Right.
black cat too. Yeah. Yeah, the one that came with
The
this one was
gifts.
black. They do. They leave it on the
On your
bed, not
pillow. It's
on the pillow.
tribute.
Yeah.
It's like a tribute.
Oh.
Here you go. These two cats killed a ginormous raccoon.
Oh
Oh
God.
no. Oh, I would have a hard
Hey,
time with that
I
one.
mean, like, it is no joke. This is why, like, when, for example, this is one of those things where we're going to talk about a dogman cryptid to begin with, right here. Okay. Looks like a werewolf, whatever. Someone said, hey there, werewolf. Hey, Tina. When you have an interaction with them, I actually had a friend, I didn't know that, wrong path, whatever. And I said, okay, we're going to go now. And they turned around and they started walking away. I said, you never turn your back on anything like that. And a predator. You don't turn it on a panther or anything.
God, no.
The minute your back is turned, that's when they pounce. You have to walk out backwards, keeping an eye on them and just turning around, keeping, and same thing with cats. If you turn your back to a cat, it's going to pounce on you. But if you're face forward, it can't do it.
I might always would get my heels or my socks, or if I was going by my pant legs, if I had stretch pants, that cat right into it. And I was like, you little stinker.
Bastard. How many of these
I
things
know. Just one claw I'd slowly feel it
Lululemons,
wrapping in. Yeah. They can't help it. They can't help it.
No, they definitely can't help it. It gets a little bit crazy. But, again, they're also the greatest detectors of extraterrestrials and strange shit going on. So when they're like, get out, they're looking, or they, I got nervous when my brother's Rottweiler took him to the house and he sat and stared up at a corner, and all of a sudden he cowered. And I'm like, that dog doesn't cower. That something happened to that dog where he bowed his head like he did something wrong. So that gets me unnerved. But yeah,
When
this
they
is just
scared or growl. Yeah. At nothing. You're like, okay, what am I not sensing? Because
I mean, we have this Australian Labradoodle, or as I like to call him, an asshole Labradoodle. Someone said they said the cats.
Oh, no, Bryan loves animals.
No, I do love animals.
Obviously,
I'm just allergic to the cats, but I go over to the houses that have them. I'm not gonna. I almost picked up because they were just, those cats that don't have hair on them.
oh my God, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're just like shriveled up, whatever. And it's not the cutest thing. Like your cat, Maya, is a really pretty, beautiful cat.
Mm-hmm.
Some of the black
got
cats, I like big cats. I like pumas and stuff like that. Stuff you would find in the Amazon.
It's probably so cold. Yeah. I had Chihuahuas and they were always cold. I can't imagine what those cats would be like.
We had Chihuahuas in the Bronx. They were just giant rats. About the same
Yeah,
shape.
they were rats. Oh, yeah, they look like it too.
But cats are great
That's
for
Princess Sophia you're talking about. She's
Princess
deceased now.
Sophia?
She lived 17 years. Princess Sophia, yes.
That is nice.
Oh, she's definitely a good bite. She didn't like everybody. She only liked maybe a handful of people, and that's what I liked most about her.
One of the cats that I really liked, one of my friends, he married this woman from Italy. She was like a model, like a real deal model. And she had a cat, it's the borderline between a house pet and like a wild cat. It looks like a lynx. It's huge.
Oh, they are
She
big.
needed a special license to have it. And this thing was sick. It was just like, that is the coolest thing right there.
Yeah.
Like having your own pet puma,
That would be awesome.
I don't know. It'd be okay as long as they were nice. I had my cousin's cat, I swear, was buried in the pet cemetery and came back to life. I'm not even joking.
I will tell you straight up that a lot of animals are not nice on the feline side.
I get along with animals. This thing was
You get along
not.
with them. Something very interesting is I would go over to someone's house and the dog comes over and they just know who's good people. and I'm playing with them and I'm petting them and, scratching the ears and whatever. Like, oh, no, he bites. I'm like, I've been sitting here for 2 hours with him. He's fine. And then they always say, he's never done that with anybody. And I say, I'm not anybody. I'm just,
Yeah.
no, I mean, not to be, that's an obnoxious.
I'm Bryan Bowden. I'm not just
I'm not just anybody. I'm a multi unicorn. That's my song.
That's funny.
But,
That is funny though.
Yeah, but it's I think that's also part of like, your abilities and probably your abilities being connected.
Yeah.
You don't just connect to sound, frequency, vibration and that type of stuff. You connect on other levels in the world of the nature, like, other animals. And it's always been that way, and that should be like babies always, I don't do anything and babies start smiling. So I smile back and I wave.
Oh, I love babies.
Or they stare.
Yeah.
Yeah, that gaze.
Smile and I'm like,
yeah.
Yeah.
I just say hello and I don't get, I can be there with a couple other people, even my kid's mother. And until the baby will start crying. I'm like, look what you did to him. And then all I got to do is go, hi.
Yeah.
And then they look at me and they, and I'm like, okay. And
I taught swim lessons with kids and they'd be like, I'm telling you the best age, like just over a year. And I'd take them. I mean, it was amazing to watch, but that bond, I'm like, who could not love a kid? Like especially a baby like that.
This is why, I mean, like kids are great, freaking expensive, but kids are great.
Yeah. Bryan wants more.
Daughters. I want a bottle of this from a Sephora, and it's a little bottle. It's like a half an ounce.
$200.
How much is that? How much? Oh, you're lucky. It's on sale today. I'm like,
oh my God, I know.
$89. My daughter better come out looking like a freaking supermodel if she puts that cream on.
Well, you better start pooping gold now, okay? Yeah.
No, it's just I don't.
No, my son wants snow pants. No, the custom. I understand that he's 6'2" or whatever, but he just literally didn't even get them for 3 months, and I just got refunded over $200. I'm like, first, it's custom snow pants. Like, are you serious?
Yell, just like, are you looking up and yelling? I told you not to, whatever. No, but
he's not as bad as what our generation was. We like jeans from the buckle. They just they go back to like the vintage stuff. They're wearing what I'm telling you, like Janko jeans. I'm like, oh my God, this has come back in style. This is weird.
Sal's still in the chat. He still has his members only jacket.
Dale, it's coming back. Don't let go of it, bro. It's coming back. It's probably back. You just don't know.
It does like a 40-year cycle, but again, going into, we're talking about babies and how they react to other people and how we react with them and the feelings that they elicit, like the really cool stuff. And talk about kids and gifted programs. And all of us this is why we are part of the gifted and talented program.
You know what? It's not a good thing though, Bryan. What they did was not a good thing. Nobody should have their kids, parents. I always stress the importance. This is still going on in your schools. There's nothing that has stopped this. They're just starting to come out and there's more awareness on what was done to some of us. This is not an honor. This is not a badge of honor. This is scary, but it is true, Bryan, because they are trying. That is, I think, a symptom of something even more or characteristic. And that does say, and I agree, like your thought patterns and like you are brilliant, absolutely brilliant. But when the government's monitoring it, that's when there's trouble. Because that's why you can remote view like you can, because that's a part of it. That's what they were looking for.
Yeah, you don't want the government involved in anything. But again, I think what we do and what we're doing, and the reason why you have a show and Maya has a show, I have a show, and some of us that are gifted in that capacity of not having shows, but we have third eyesight, we remote view, psychic, whatever you want to call it, intuitive. We're light workers. We are what they don't want around.
Right.
They don't want you freely telling everybody, Coley. Question everything. Do your research. don't use Snopes, because the husband and wife couple that formerly owned it, there's no way in hell they knew everything that was going on and followed their money trail to George Soros and the Democratic Party. I'm just
Always.
letting you know. We are telling more truth than people are prepared for, and some people they're gonna latch on and go, wow, that was awesome, and I did look into it and she's right. And others are gonna be like, yeah, she's really pretty, but I don't care about the politics.
Or she's batshit crazy. That
Or
too.
I was getting to that one too. Or yeah, she's batshit crazy.
I know my crazy, I say.
Right. Or, and then it's just like people like, oh no, because you say party A versus party B. Well, no, they don't know what they're talking about. They're brainwashed by the media. I'm telling you, what's going to happen is this. We did it on the prediction show. I predicted that, and this started happening a bit, the same craft is going to be seen globally around the world in 2026. It's going to go to Moscow and China and all these spots, and it's going to be caught on television. There's no way to miss it. And it's the same craft as was in Russia and Europe, everywhere. And I believe this craft is going to take over airwaves. And greetings, Earthlings. We are blah, blah, blah. We have been here for X amount of, for millennia. And they're going to give you the disclosure that people wanted. They're going to tell you your government's been lying to you. We've been working with them for X amount of years. They have all this information, and we will retrieve it for you, because none of these computer systems.
Is it going to be Blue Beam, or is this legit?
I think some people within the government are going to try to use Project Bluebeam, which is 8D, 9D technology, which if you saw the holograms that they can create,
They're
telling you, you wouldn't know if it was real or not. It's, literally standing next to it, probably no more than 3 feet from it, you could look at it and it would look like, oh my God, I think that's Coley Weber. And if you went out to touch, and sometimes they have something, some of the 9, 10, 11D, they have ways of making it feel like it's solid around the actual object when it's not.
Oh my God.
They can harden light. It is the craziest thing in the world.
If you can go into an airport, right, with your ticket, and every single person that crosses that threshold is going to see their personalized, they have it right now in some airports, see their personalized flight information, their name and everything. And this is congruent with like 100 so plus people. That should scare people.
Yeah. I mean,
and everybody sees it different. Like, that's scary to me.
Yeah. I had to fly out to St. Louis because they did a benefit out at Emmaus Asylum in March, and I don't like to fly. I hate it. It could be a control thing, but maybe it was my trip to Arizona, and the flight dropped about 7,000 to 10,000 feet, and the bag comes down, and you're like, motherfucker, we're gonna die. Pardon the French. We are going to die. And my cousin has.
Oh my God, my ears are burning, Bryan. I'm joking.
We had. She's like digging her nails into my land the plane. I'm like, fuck the plane. We are going to die right now. It's like, and people are screaming and crying, and it's crazy. But you had to go look in this little thing, and so they could take your iris. I don't want you to have my information, but they have it. They have it every time you do something.
At the airport now? Are you saying they did an eye scan of your eyes? For why? What?
Because
facial detections.
The eyes are the windows to the soul.
Well, yeah. And also,
detecting.
I'm not unlocking a safe that I need to get into. What
facial recognition. That's where they start. That's where they're starting. Yeah.
So they've been using retina scanning for forever.
Mm-hmm.
And now that when you go up there, what's going to happen is, this is great, because I don't fly. I give them my information, my license, and they look down, they put me in the system, and it says incomplete. And they go, can you put your, just look in there? And I look in there and they go, okay, you can go. Because then they recorded my irises with my license.
Oh my god.
And they'll do it again. Like, yeah, it's a surveillance state.
I can't fly because I won't go get my star, and I don't know how long I can hold this. I've been doing it for quite a few, and it's come down to a point. I'm like, I can't go anywhere because I don't have this freaking star, and I don't want to adhere to it. But I'm coming
Did
to
you
like a
take
point,
pilot's
like,
lessons or whatever?
yeah, I do. I have my mhm. So I guess I could fly there myself. Do you know how much it
yourself.
would cost?
Well,
Well,
Coley,
it would
get
be
it,
in a
and we can
Cessna
all take your plane.
172. It'd be a Cessna 172, which is not. It's a prop plane. We're not going anywhere too fast. I mean, you're going about, you're lucky 80, 90 knots. I mean, you rotate it like
Yeah.
7. It's not that it's like 5 seats. We'll all be awfully crammed in there.
And
But I
you
can
can't
fly
really
VFR,
bring
an
luggage.
IFR.
It's
No.
And if you
Yeah,
don't
but
want
you better wear some
reveal-
extra layers. This is where
if
you
you
better
want to
go.
reveal your weight, don't go on one. Hold on. How much do you weigh? None of your business. You're not getting on the flight.
You're not
Next.
getting on the plane.
You know what the crazy thing is about pilot license? Mine doesn't have my picture on it.
Really?
It does not. No, it just says the FAA has my legal name on it. And I have to carry it with a medical because you have to have your first, second, and third, or third. Third if you're not flying with any passengers. Second is usually what I carry.
Right.
But you have to have a medical by the FAA examiner, which is always somebody separate than your doctor. Everybody knows that. But now they have these medical electronically transmitted license, and you know how it used to be mandatory retirement FAA at 60, well, it went up to 65. That was convenient, 'cause then all of a sudden now doctors can cross and check those things, because people always had 2 separate doctors. I mean, it was definitely,
It gets crazy.
yeah, it
But
does.
this is all the craziness. This is partially why, someone, I forgot who said it, surveillance state. This is,
It is.
again,
We are under a surveillance state,
Yeah.
no doubt about it.
I did a prediction show, I think it was December 18th of 2025. We had 20 people on, or 30 people on the show, and everybody was giving their,
Maya and I were sad you didn't invite us.
I'm sorry. I think it was long
No,
before
we're not going
I-
to take any apologies.
but you will
We
come back
cried.
this
We
year. I
cried.
think we're going to do, actually, what we're going to do is we're going to do a 6-month assessment and see where the previous people were versus, and then we'll have you
Oh, and
guys.
you should knock off the ones that predictions like didn't hold true, and then put on more. Is that what you're going to do?
Here's the problem. A lot of it's all come true.
Yeah, so they get to stay.
Yeah, I
We
mean,
just need 2
if it was a game
spots.
show, sure, but
1, 2.
I mean, I was just.
Well, why do you want somebody on whose predictions didn't even come true? You need
No, I
Maya and I
understand
to try it out.
because some of the
I'm
people
joking,
that were on
joking,
there
Brian.
were
It's not on your timeline. I get it.
No.
Some of it might
the
be
people
long
that
down in the future.
were invited. They
Mhm.
they're not psychic mediums. I just said, give me some predictions. Sometimes some of it could be fun and crazy because I like to do fun and crazy. I like to make my show as entertaining as possible.
I know.
If
I was
you-
only messing with you.
I
I
know, I
saw it.
know
It was
that.
a good show.
I mean, I unfortunately last week I had a great group on Cool's Paranormal, and there's 5 guys there, and we were having technical issues, so I couldn't throw up the audio, the video, and all these other things on there. So, hey, let's review this evidence type of thing, because when you're dealing with a paranormal group, that makes things better.
Right.
So I had to keep things going, and you didn't know I like to talk. So I will talk. There's certain instances when I'm nervous,
Not me either.
and that's more on a one-on-one with someone, especially if I'm into that person, and that I'll just be a bubbling idiot, so I have to write things down. I'm not good at that part of it.
What do you
but
read it to him then, like a scroll?
I think you're cute.
I gotta stay to this so I don't ramble on. So I gotta read what I wrote.
I just kind of kind of keep the information in my head. Otherwise, I can ramble on. And it gets weird. Some people got the skills to come up to you and say things like,
I'm a
Like,
rambler too, all day long.
is your daddy named Visa? Because that's where I'll, I'm like, I'm not there for the one-liners, I could do jokey one-liners, but I just like that's not me. But
Right. You're funny in a different way, not
Yeah.
joke wise. You shouldn't tell
So
jokes.
yeah, so we just kept people in there saying what they're saying, but I think it's good to take a look 6 months after December. We're almost at that point. And I definitely love to have both of you on for that because I think there's some legitimate predictions.
Yay.
One of which I don't think 47 is actually going to finish out his term. And I don't know what that
I thought you were
means.
talking about our age.
No.
That's how old I am this year too.
Oh no, I was like, I'm turning 47, but I'm not 47 yet.
No, I
No,
knew what he was
I'm
talking
just saying.
about.
I'm talking about the president.
I got you.
And I think that I'm talking about people getting pissed off at them. We, the people, rising back up. We're done with all the lies and the crap and all this stuff because we were talking prior to the show about AI and how it's kind of taken over everything here, and it's almost creating this prison planet. And they want to know everything about you and where you go and this and that. That's not what this country was about. Our founding fathers would have killed them for putting that out there.
Right. I hope that the people this time are not in such a sedative state of slumber that they actually stand up and they do something. I hope so. I really do.
Well, we're gonna find out because there's some of that in there too. But I mean, it started off with. Excuse me.
Was that your prediction that he might not make it?
Oh yeah. Well, it was one of two of us that had the same thing, and they saw something. I actually saw JD Vance getting sworn in, and it wasn't for vice president. So I don't know what happened.
He's amazing. I just don't want to see.
No, I don't know what happens. I don't know. I just know that he may just like the hell with this. I'm out because if he's not the star, then it kind of gets frustrated.
Right. Yeah, but it's already planned. We don't know how deeply rooted in the plan. I always said if somebody has something like a gun to your head, and I think that's what happened, that you're going to make different decisions you might normally make. Let's just put it that way.
Did you say one of them was a craft coming out of the water and saying we've been here for millions or whatever years? And then
I had
truce?
In one point I was literally like hovering over an ocean, and like I was in a helicopter, and I saw other vessels by it, military wise, but then I saw civilian vessels, and they were pulling out of the ocean a giant, looked like a UFO.
Oh wow!
It was all UFO.
So I was on a show. Karen Holton. Do you know who that is?
Oh yes, Karen.
She's very sweet Canadian lady. Well, she just was asking everyone since it was the beginning of the year, what's your predictions for 2026? And I go, I don't know, but I keep seeing something about water, and I don't know what that means, but I keep getting big, huge messages about water. So you said that, and I'm like, I hope that's the part. I hope that's the water part.
Can you imagine if they came together? That's great.
Yeah, I mean, I have numerous things. It started out when I saw asteroids hitting the North Atlantic, chunks of them, and that the shock waves forcing big chunks of the icebergs to separate and go down, and I've seen tsunamis. We just had one today in Japan because they had a 7.4 major earthquake off the coast, and they had a huge tsunami that came in, and I posted it, and people are like, are you is that real? And I'm like, yeah, it's 100% real. It was just taken. I talked about the Arctic current reversing, and due to the reversal, things were going to get cooler and colder, longer.
You think it's a polar magnetic pole switch, or no?
It's a flow current. So it used to flow in a certain direction, and it's reversed and went back, and that's changed. This is why you're getting all these tornadoes going into northern Midwest.
Oh, we're getting hit with these crazy things right now.
And you never really had them, right?
No, I live in Tornado Alley, but not like this. I mean, this is getting but last year I had the floorboards lift up, and I swear to God, I am traumatized ever since.
You had the floorboards.
Yeah. It was like, oh my God, I thought we were goners. I really did. I called my son. He was in Canada, and I was like, Brody, you don't understand. He didn't even pick up the phone. I was going through Canada, like, oh, well, that's great. I was like on a scene out of Twister. Like that was this close. Like lightning was like this far off the ground, baby, all around me. And I was like,
I did predict for this year, and I wasn't happy predicting it, but it's what I saw. The largest tornado ever recorded sweeps across the Midwest and South.
No, not in the Midwest. Send it somewhere
it comes
else.
from the East Coast, goes down around North Carolina, and it just sweeps across, and then it goes down south.
Oh my God!
And it's the largest tornado ever recorded.
Have you ever heard Brian? You've been in a tornado, haven't you?
5 of them.
The noise.
Yeah, it sounds like a freight train. It's really weird.
Give me an earthquake every time.
I've been in
It's so
earthquakes
loud.
too. They're not much either.
Give me an earthquake. That's it.
Yeah, but I have the other day. I
earthquake.
was gonna see if I could pull it up. It started to sound like that sound, and at first I was like, "Where's the truck coming?" The first time before the floorboard started lifting up, because it sounds like a train's just like rolling right down, like is right outside your house. It sounds like it rattles everything. It's kind of like
It does have a train vibe to it. Like if you've heard freight trains coming by, that's definitely.
If you've heard them right out your window, that's more or less like
it's not the coolest thing. It's kind of bizarre, but when you low pressure system and your windows bubble,
it's crazy.
There's so much pressure in it creates a bubble out of the glass.
Oh my God!
And you're like,
it's
oh
weird.
Lord, yeah.
It's really weird. And then you see stuff like leaves will go. It's like they'll move back and forth. Like I'm like, that's not supposed to happen.
I was driving my 92 Acura Integra up to Maine, and I was in Worcester, Massachusetts. It's at night, and I'm trying to get to. I came off the Mass Pike, and I'm trying to get through Worcester to get onto 95 North or 91, and the sky is turning green, kind of like the color of your microphone right now on my end. And I'm driving and the car is, kind of just keeping on the road still. And out of nowhere, everything starts to blow horizontal. And the next thing you know, I had to brake for a second. Had I not broken, the 2x4 that flew from my left side horizontally to the right would have probably hit me in the head and killed me.
It's insane. Is it not insane? Some of the close calls. My son was out there one time with a cat. He's like, I'm not coming in until I kidnap the cat. I was like, bring the cat. I'm like, tornado wiped out the city before us and right after us. You can see the funnel clouds. I was like, oh my God.
Last year, I'm literally interviewing. I set up a phone interview, video conferencing with a tarot card reader that I wanted to get on my show. She's really good. Her name is Marina. She's out of New York Oracle. So I've been messaging, and everybody's like, do a reading. So I did a reading. I did like a 30-minute reading because at least I can talk directly to you. Like, what cards do you want? I'm like, screw the cards. I want you on my show. This is my show, whatever. But I was sitting there, and as I got to this, I left my complex, went to a gas station a couple miles away. In Florida, everything's a couple miles. And as I pulled up, I was getting gas, and I saw the rotation in the color. And I parked my car over there, got my beverage, and I got, guys, I know the guys in the gas station. I'm like, you may want to pack up that stuff outside. You're gonna have a bad storm. He goes, we'll get some. And I'm like, bro.
People say you can smell a storm. If you're from you can smell it. It's. I
told them, I'm like, you're getting a tornado. Bring your shit in.
So green, like the Wizard of Oz. The Midwest is a fucking Wizard of Oz.
The Wizard of Oz. If it's green,
the bubbling windows. That's like weird and
Oh, you'll
magical.
feel the pressure. It'll
And the
be
green.
super cold. It's the weirdest.
It goes, yeah, we dropped 40 degrees. I'm just trying to see if I can pull this up.
in an
I've
instant.
can
heard
hear
that
the-
green shows up when something catastrophic with the elements is about to happen in other places too.
Yeah.
I'm trying to see if you can hear that. I'm trying to pull up that because you're gonna, as soon as you hear this noise, I'm like, oh my god, this is crazy. But it's like this, it's shaking everything. It's like, I was like, this in the here. I had Brody drive. I was like, oh my, and I couldn't stop him. He's like, we're pulled over on the side of the road, and I was like, oh, this is great. What am I gonna do now? Like, that's what the inside of the house sounded like.
It was the inside.
Yeah, no windows were open. That's
Oh,
hail. Can you hear it? That's on the inside with no windows open. It's like it's coming
Yeah.
through your walls.
Insane. So I'm across a gas station. I'm sitting there waiting for this call. I know that it's coming down, like there's going to be a tornado. And I went to call my kid's mother and I said, to tell her, because it started hailing. Don't go leave the house. There's a tornado. And she was already at the high school waiting to pick up whoever. And she's crying, I want you. You know, I'm like, I can't get out of here. I'm like, say hello to Dorothy for me. Click.
Yeah.
Hung up. And
That's about the
moved
extent of
over.
it too. What do you do?
There's no like bridges. You can't. There's no overhangs in a tornado. So I pulled over next to a Target, and I'm talking to this woman. She's like, "Are you okay?" I said, "Yeah, it's no problem. I'm actually in a tornado right now." She goes, "Oh my god, do you want me to call back?" I'm like, "No, let's get this done." So,
yeah, I just might as well see. We get these a little. Yeah, I
Might as well
know.
just get
You
this
never
done.
know for sure.
oh, I've driven through 5 of them.
Oh my god, no.
Yeah,
No.
and the one prior to like last May was during the summer, and I was driving my kids from New York down to Florida, and it was after Hurricane Debbie. Go figure, my evil mother's name. Up, and I'm driving down, and it is raining like cats and dogs, and then you get the, like that's a, like what
Oh my god, that's the most
just
terrifying
run for
thing
your
ever.
lives.
Yeah.
It's
Oh,
I heard
the
it-
sirens.
Yeah, the
No, you
first time I
literally
heard
know
it
it.
was on Gerald and Jane's channel. They were
Yeah.
streaming the storm, and I'd never heard it like in real life, like on movies. Yeah, but
Oh,
when
really?
I was like, that's
Oh.
fucking horrifying.
Yeah.
Just fucking
it's
alone.
the
Go
problem
and
is
take
it's like,
shelter immediately.
if you're hearing this, you're in a flash flood zone.
Oh
Take
my
cover immediately. Yeah. And so my talk about therapy. My youngest is in the back going, hyperventilating.
Yeah.
So then after that, I'm like, don't worry, honey, I got it. And I'm driving. I'm still driving. It's kind of
Oh.
windy and driving. And then like literally 30 minutes after that, another one, a tornado has been spotted in your area. Please take shelter. And she's just
I
like,
just had that the other day. I was like, oh, great.
and I'm like, oh, this is going to cost a ton in therapy bills.
You know what? I've had that with kids too, and they have had it exactly. If they have any sort of trauma, even if the ambulance would come by, those kids are right at the window, and I'm like,
ever
the mom
since,
would be like, I'm like, no, they got to do that. It's okay.
ever since COVID, that psychological operation, that's what it was. My youngest has not been the same. That totally screwed her up.
Nobody
wanna be
will
alone.
be the same.
A lot of
not a
people-
one of us will be the same.
No, I was telling everybody, don't take the. I'm telling you, don't take it. Don't take it. Don't take it. Read Dr. Malone. Don't take it. And people, why would our government lie to us? And I'm like,
Oh, yeah, I
you watch what they did
know.
during Katrina.
Did you even live through 2020? We could go back further from there if you
So,
want.
I mean, it's so, and I told everybody, and they explained what's going to happen and whatever, and they didn't believe me. And the problem is, I was right.
Yeah, I tried before. I was calling businesses before they locked down, and I was like, "Please do not shut down. This is," and I even put a post on Facebook, and it says, "Do not fall." And I was watching stuff from the get go. That's how I saw all this. I'm like, I was doing the steganography and cryptology stuff on this team, and we separated. Some of us saw it, some of us did not see it. Some of us like, and it tore the whole. And now
Well,
I'm like, I tried to tell you, it was horrible watching.
I got
Horrible.
into I got into a conflict with an in-law and says, "Well, you have to
Oh
take it."
yeah.
And I said, "No, I don't have to take it, and I'm not gonna take it." No, you have to take it. I need to know that I'm protected.
Yep.
And I'm like, okay.
Mm-mm.
I said, out of my cold dead hands, I'm not taking it. I never take it. And you think it's a vaccine? God bless you. Are vaccines that what's protect you? So what do I need it? Right?
It was such a push. As soon as it became my requirement or it was on me, I was like, now you're infringing. I don't care if you take them all day long. I'm just not sure what's going to happen to you.
Right.
I'm not going to
So
say it's going to be good, but I'm not doing it. Absolutely not. No way, no
so
how.
I had it a year prior. I had COVID a year prior before it was COVID. I was
Oh, yeah.
following what was going on in Hong Kong and Taiwan. And I remember listening to the radio where the scientist goes, this is a very interesting virus because it seems to be targeting Pan Asians from X, Y, and Z, which were Taiwan and Hong Kong. And I remember going, oh my God, the Chinese are killing their own people.
Oh, for sure. Well, the best is the Wuhan lab was written in English, and I looked around and nothing else seemed to be written in English, but that lab was written in broad,
In
I
English.
was
right out
confused
Frankfurt.
as to why everyone was freaking scared of a cold and a flu. Like from the get go. And
Because-
then when that came out, I almost got like excommunicated from my family, almost got kicked out pregnant, mind you, because I wouldn't take it. So yeah,
so-
it definitely did
Yeah.
something.
There's people that despise me because of this whole thing. It's not even a fun. They think that you shouldn't have medical treatment. I had a lady try and mace me at the doctors. I mean, they busted out windows all over this. This is all over either a mask or like Maya's being out. This is what happened. This is the reality of what happened.
Sneezed once in a bandana in a supermarket, and everyone, I'm like, dude, you better just calm the fuck down because you're gonna die from a heart attack before this.
I tell people there's a lady coughing at the store the other day, and I was like, everybody, it's okay. This is natural. This is good for your immune system. And then I would tell other people during that time, the world's not your hospital. At no point in time did we tell sick people that we're gonna go ahead and wrap our breathing, smother ourselves for their benefit. It's not gonna happen. I'll do your shopping for you if this is what we got to do, but we're not doing this. This is a horrible idea.
The worst part is after people started realizing that even though they got it again and again and again.
Yeah.
They had 15.
My father. Right.
I always say to people that are just obnoxious online, I'm like, you sound like someone who had 15 boosters. That was my tagline for them. But look, people did with whatever education they had, and they didn't research any more of it.
Yeah.
But when people, last couple of years after the event, and when the truth started coming out, I had people still pissed off at me because they know I took my kids to Florida, and none of us had it, and they were pissed off because they made.
I sent my kid into the school, and he was the only one that didn't wear a mask. They tried to lock the whole thing down, and we prepared, and he went in and he fought for it. Imagine that.
Do that. They can't make you do things like that.
No, but they tried, and that poor kid, but he did it.
I don't know. It's a bit craziness. Bluetooth in the cemetery. I'll tell you quickly. I just saw that. There was an individual that went during the C event, and there are all these rumors going around that some of this has Bluetooth signals in the injection, and they were in a cemetery and they were walking around with a Bluetooth sweeper on their phone. So what that does is it'll sweep the area, and it'll kind of track if something with Bluetooth comes in, it'll go beep, and it'll tell you what the name of the number of the Bluetooth is, and if it
Okay, yeah.
moves, whatever. And why would there be anybody in the cemetery to have Bluetooth,
Oh my
especially at
god.
night? Well, there were, because
Yeah.
every place that had the Bluetooth popping up was a brand new grave.
Oh my god. Nanobots.
Yeah.
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 I saw it at the Y.
Well,
It had
everybody
to be.
changed too. Everyone who got it changed. And my mom didn't get back to normal till she had a fucking stroke and almost died. Sorry, Mom. I don't know if you want me telling people that, but
No, it's really interesting because my father-in-law had a stroke too.
yeah,
And eventually
she has
that
massive heart problems, had a stroke, almost died.
yeah.
Now she's like, fuck, I'm sorry.
My dad's
So-
got he's got a blood clot in his leg, and he knows. I said detox. It's not the same. He's holding, and he's like, "Oh, my doctor said it's normal." I said, "I'm sure he did say it was normal.
Yeah.
Since when is that normal?"
There are certain protocols out there that you can take supplementary wise, and that will help to reverse some of that stuff and get that out of your system.
I take a borax baking soda and because I swear to God, and apple cider vinegar
Stays.
bath. I do. I soak in this, and I swear by
Start
Or
drinking some
stays.
hydrogen peroxide. You know?
Yeah.
Well,
Bleach. I don't know.
I just posted this on Facebook today that
What?
I said you're in the money category, there is an extreme demand for unvaccinated blood.
How about AB negative? I'm even rarer and not vaccinated. I'm not giving my blood
Or
out.
O, AB negative or O, unvaccinated. Like, let's go.
Not happening.
Or like, what is that show? It feels like Handmaid's Tale. Handmaid's Tale, right? Is that
I'll
the
have to
show's
watch
called?
that. I don't know.
The Handmaid's
never watched
Tale.
that.
You've never seen that show?
No,
It's
I'm gonna have
wackadoo. Something happens. Pretty much almost all the population goes sterile, except for a certain amount of women, and they're kept to keep procreating.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I know the premise.
Mhm.
Yeah. Kind of sounds
I mean,
like
it's not that
UFO
extreme, but
abductions.
it feels like that's what it's leaning towards.
Yeah. I mean,
Oh, somebody's talking about the apple cider vinegar. It only somehow activates the baking soda. That's why I put it in there. But yeah, you don't need a lot.
another thing. Remember when they had the bird flu going around?
Yeah.
Pops up every once in a while.
Yeah.
Yeah.
N1H something.
Yes.
Yeah, you want to eat a lot of coconut, virgin coconut.
Okay.
I heard tobacco too.
That a little bit, but that can get you sick. But virgin coconut, like coconut oil or the solid.
Oh, I
coconut,
bathe in that too. I swear to God, I do.
consume
I make
it.
medicine with that stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, you can do that.
Mhm.
But
It's so good for your skin and your hair, but the only thing is if you get it in your eyes, it's like blurry. But I bathe in this, and I alternate. That's funny, but yeah, I do. If you guys all
yeah,
wanted to
it's
know,
crazy. But
it's good though. That like even the baking soda, you can see with that's pulling some of those detoxins out of your
if you take
system.
coconut oil, the thick stuff, not the oil, but the solid, and you stick like quarter of or a half
That's
a
what I use.
teaspoon, and you just swish it around your mouth. And
Oh,
you
I've never
keep
done
in and
that.
out of it, and then you spit it out. You're pulling out the toxins. And you'll see stuff come
It
out of
takes
your-
off nail polish. That's how I know that it's got a coconut oil.
Yeah,
Holy shit. I've got
If
like
I
two
bathe in it in my nail polish, it's off. So I believe that it's got some, and it's not just like I mean, it's coming off like you're putting it in like acetone or
Acetone.
something.
yeah,
Yeah,
but
it's really
good for you.
it is.
Yeah,
But it
Heard it's
definitely
even
does
better.
have like I agree. It must have some oomph to it.
There's a lot of things, and that's another reason why TikTok used to be a resource, but then they started shutting it down, and now it's owned by I don't even know who, and it sucks to begin with. So, I mean, I very rarely will TikTok because they don't like what you're saying, or they don't want you to get out.
Mhm.
It gets crazy. You know, they'll ban you or block you. Yeah, coconut oil is really, really good oil. And yes, got who it was, but the U.S. is a little bit crazy now.
Yeah,
It
spider
is
bite.
scary. Yes, Spider Bite. She's one of our Thunder Down Under, our Australian. Yes.
Well, I have an
Yeah.
Australian Labradoodle, so good day. No, only kidding.
We're related now because my dog.
All right, all right.
I bet
Actually,
it's a good dog because they are
all
good
that
people.
thought, my dog growing up was the brother of John F. Kennedy's dog. So we were related to the Kennedys through a dog. Yeah.
You have a Kennedy dog? That's
Oh, it
amazing.
wasn't,
No.
my dog wasn't a Kennedy dog, but
Oh,
his brother of the litter went to the Kennedys.
okay.
And my other claim to fame, my dad sold the Jennifer Flower pictures to the Star, his client. So I'm like, look at this, Dad. You just brought down a U.S. president. Way to go, big guy.
What's a start? What is it? Did he sell?
His client was Star Magazine. He had
Oh,
National Enquirer and the
oh.
Star Magazine. And the Star Magazine was the magazine that broke Bill Clinton having an affair with Jennifer Flowers. Pretty much destroyed his presidency.
So your dad he broke that story?
He was the paparazzi. He sold the pictures.
Ah, no way.
Yeah.
That's where you get it from. You're investigative.
No,
Like,
I mean, some of the crap that goes, I pay attention wherever I am. Not a
you pay
busybody.
attention to a lot of stuff though, in very, very like acute detail.
Well, you probably do the same thing. I've had more conversations with you than Maya. No offense, Maya,
No
but
worries.
we're kind of like, I can have 10 different conversations taking place. I'm pulling it all in, but I'm actually not really paying attention to your conversation unless certain keywords pop up, and then I'm like, then I'll pay a little bit more attention. But yeah, I do take in a lot of stuff, and when it's important, I think you hear these things or you're tuned into it because you're supposed to. Some people,
You know a lot, Brian. I've always come to you with some of the most perplexing, and I'm like, Brian, and you've had some like really extensive
Have you
talks
ever
that I
heard of
really
this?
appreciate.
And I'm like, well, do you mean this or do you mean this?
Mhm.
'Cause if you mean this, then I'll give you the back and forth. I do know a lot. I'm not a master. I'm not a what is it? Johnny of all trades, master of none.
Jack
I'm
of all
not like
trades. Yeah.
jack of all trades.
No, you know a lot. You know a lot.
Yeah, I
I
know
think
a lot.
in depth.
professor is the perfect name. Professor.
Yes, Professor. Isn't that what Al calls you?
Yeah.
Oh, he just made it up because I called him the Pod Father because he's always on a podcast. He got pissed off at me, but the thing is, I think I don't know because I've been doing this my entire life, but I don't know what of the information that I have, how much of it was sought after by me versus overheard by me versus it just downloaded. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Like,
And you know what, Brian? Can we do a part? Because we should have gotten through with this, but we need to do a part 2 on some of the techniques and stuff that
we
you
can definitely do a part 2. And I gotta be honest, I gotta go in like a couple of minutes because otherwise my Australian thunder from down under is gonna leave a biscuit.
Well, can we do next week? Because I think it's important because there's some techniques. I just heard Spider Bite talking about the ringing in ears, which can mean communication. And there's like some tools by interlocking that you can do to tune that in. So I think we should do a show about some of that stuff.
I'm traveling on Saturday and I won't be back for like until the 5th of May. I'm going to a conference. I'm going to do some filming and stuff. Let me see what I got, and I'll contact, I'll do it in the chat with you and see if I can do it from where I am because
okay.
Yeah, I'm probably going to be in Central Time at that point, and hopefully
we could do a different day too.
Tomatoes.
I'm just saying Maya's on a Monday, so no,
not a problem. No, I definitely would do it whenever Maya was on. So, and we can get that done. So let me just figure it out.
Cool. 2 hours has flown by. I'm like, what?
I know.
Missing time again.
We kind of weave in and out of things, believe it or not, like I would do things like this, not purposely to throw people off, but I will eventually circle back and connect all the dots. And I've always had people go, well, there goes 25 of my questions I had. Like,
I know. I said I leap around, but when I'm done, I will lace them nicely and neatly together.
And I will, well, let's leave it like this. Spider bite, is it both ears or one ear? And if it's one ear, is it the left or the right? Because each one's different.
Sometimes when it's really powerful, I get it at both.
Oh, I get it in both
It's
too.
usually, yeah.
I'll just do it this way. Sometimes when you're in tune with your gifts and abilities that are natural, part of your world that was your creators have made for you, you're now tapping into that. And I believe a lot of light workers are being tapped and awoken.
Oh, I'm
Now,
mirror image too. Sorry.
We'll say that again.
I said you can see the words are back. I'm mirror image because I was tapping. Right. I'm like, it's coming the opposite. Yeah.
Right. Well, I have you the proper way when I'm seeing you. I don't know why. And then the other one is mirror image. But sometimes you get tapped on that. If you've been abducted several times and they give you a little signal they're coming, you'll get a ringing in the ear. Sometimes,
also, when others are trying to communicate with you telepathically. So I think that's what they're trying to do.
Communicate with you telepathically, you'll get a ringing in the ear, and you'll kind of get like a pressure, as if you're going
crown pressure.
No, in the ear, like you're underwater. You know when you dive down and like that kind of like
popping.
Yeah, like that pop
before it pops, but it's almost like suction.
Yeah. Oh, she had a nightmare last night. Okay. You may you have to go look into the nightmare and see what it was, write it out and see if there's any basis of what you experience and upcoming events. Because you may be getting downloads in the middle of the night which are predicting certain things happening. And let me tell you, when they decide to wake you up and give you these things, it's not like what they care if you want it or not. You're supposed to have, and then over time you'll keep getting it and experiencing it, and it'll just take you longer to come to the terms with, wow, this really sucks as a gift and ability, but I have no control over it. So when I get ringing in the ear, usually the right ear, there's a UFO above my head.
Oh, the right one for you is UFO. That's one I always like.
One for me is UFO. Left one is usually someone talking shit about me.
People when it gets really like I've gotten it before, you can tap it. I don't know exactly what, but you tap into it. I'm assuming it's other people communicating with you.
They're talking about me, and then I get little drips and drabs. I don't care what people. I do not sell a product. Yeah. And I always tell everybody, and I'll tell you again tonight, don't believe what I'm telling you. I want you to go do some research. Yeah. And don't use Google. Use the
try it out for yourself. Yeah. Everybody's
different. Or use Brave or some browser that's not.
When I get the popping and the pressure, it's usually because there's another being like really close to me.
That happens too. It depends, but other senses will kick in if it's like a being next to you. This one drives me nuts, and I'm trying to figure out who the hell's doing it. Someone plays with the back of my ear. You just touch it. And I'm like, can you please stop?
I get that with my nose. Something plays with my nose.
I have a feeling for some reason, I have a feeling it's my grandmother, but I'm not sure. One of the coolest things was I did a round table one night in New York in my apartment that I had. I'm 7 stories up. That's 70 plus 10. It's 80 feet above the ground.
Oh my God.
I'm in a railroad kitchen. Okay. It's a railroad kitchen. And there's no other place to do my interview. So I'm sitting by the window because we close off the kitchen. And if I want to have a cigarette, instead of going up and down, whatever, we have a fan blowing out so it doesn't keep it in the house. And the kids don't come in there anyhow. So I'm sitting there. Behind me, I have a sheet behind me and maybe a foot before I hit the ledge where the window is. And I'm sitting there and I'm looking at my friend Justin, another person this other person who's there, who was friendly with, and we're talking about something, and then she does this. She starts doing this, getting real close. So I keep talking about whatever, and at the end of the interview, I said, "What the hell did you see?" She goes, "Oh, you caught that?" I'm like, "It was like you were coming out of the camera." She goes, which was really interesting. He said, "While you were talking, this extraterrestrial came out from behind you on that curtain and looked around, and then he came out to one of your sides, looked at you, looked around, and then went back in." So I had an image in my head of what she's talking about. I didn't tell her. I searched for it. I said, "Was this it?" She goes, "Oh my God, that's the exact one." I said, "That's a tall gray." And before you said that, I knew I felt them. They were in the area.
Wow.
Paying attention.
Oh my
70
God.
feet up. He just
That's
appeared.
awesome.
Yeah, it's really weird. But,
Everybody, no, but that's awesome. That's what's awesome about this group is everybody's got their little, I call them little like superpowers, or like I said, when you go into Super Mario Brothers, you know how you get your upgrade, like what you level up. Yeah,
Yeah.
no, you do. Yeah, I was like, you level up at some
Eating a
point. Other times
mushroom.
you, yeah.
I
Oh yeah, it is the you grow
have,
up.
I have
Alice in Wonderland.
the Mario Brothers theme to one of my kids, and when it goes off, I'm like, "Hey, what's up, Luigi?"
And look at how they all have their own little like ability. Like the princess, she could float, further. And
Oh,
yeah, I
it's
don't know what Luigi could do. That the dinosaur thing could move a little
I don't know
faster. I guess
what
Luigi had like super speed, didn't he? If you got him going.
possibly, but we can ask Al. He's Italian. He should know what Luigi's doing.
He's nuts, I'm telling you.
No, he's crazy, but I'll definitely let me look at my calendar. I'll tell you tomorrow. I got to go to a meeting for my daughter in the morning.
Oh, it was so nice to see you, Bryan, and catch up too. I appreciate it. Next time we'll stay. I promise I'll stay on.
Stay on topic. I know. I just can travel, and it's
no
what?
Me. I'm talking about me, not you.
I'll tell you, but the feeling that you guys are having, I was actually having that. I think it is a transit into Aries, and some of us, depending on your sign, if you're one of the cardinal signs.
Yep.
I'm a Taurus.
Yeah. Well, this should be a good time for you, money-wise, by the way, Taurus. But I'm a Cancer, so and it's supposed to be really, really good coming up. So sometimes
I'm an Aries, so hopefully Aries is
for Aries.
yeah.
It's a good. It's going to be
You're
better.
bankrupt next week.
Yeah, it's going to be better for you, but I definitely take some validity of astrology and into the equation of what's going on. I mean, someone asked me like, "What about this guy?" I said, "What's his sign?" And because I saw him, them butting heads. She goes, "Oh, he's and he goes, what are you?" I'm like, "Oh, Capricorn." I'm like, "It's not going to work out." Ram.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh,
And
yeah.
it's exactly true to form. It was exactly what took place.
And the stuff you don't want to be right about. It's like people think like you don't want to be right about some of this stuff. I wish I
don't want to be right about a lot of stuff, but
yeah, it's a lot to carry.
And I'm not doing it, and I'm talking freely. I'm not doing it to promote me or whatever. I know that one of my jobs is to literally stop people from taking their lives, and I've done it dozens of times, and it's tough. Matter of fact,
I've heard your testimony about some of it. You're a very empathetic person. Like you carry that empathy, like
I mean, like I've been there at that point where life's got so dark that you like, I don't want to be here anymore. But tomorrow, give yourself that other day. Tomorrow's another day. You never know where tomorrow will take you or what will bring. So you have to keep. It's tough at times, sucking it up and going. I believe people that do take their lives, no matter what, were meant to. That was their path. And it's upsetting for many people. But if I can help and stop someone from doing it, I'm going to do it. And everybody that I became very friendly with a couple of them. And I literally I told somebody, I'm like, dude, say the chorus, XYZ is going to happen. It's going to get better. Tomorrow's another day, blah, blah, blah. And I knew something else was coming up because he was like, hey, happy birthday. And I'm like, dude, you know my birthday wasn't today. Just if you want to say something, just say it. And this is the person I had on the phone that I had to tell, like, listen, I got a guy on the phone and he's going to kill himself and I'm not getting off the phone until I stop him. So, and I did. But I stopped him. But he goes, you were spot on about everything. You've always been right. Never really doubted you. And you're the only one that listened to me. You literally saved my life. And I'm like, well, that's my job. I'm going to do it. For what?
You're a good person.
I try. I mean, I'm a good person.
You've listened to me for hours before and really given me a sense of peace. And you do it in a way that doesn't make you feel like you're an outcast or, because most of us have been separated from people and you've been isolated in a certain way, shape or form, like in a lot of these programs. Like you didn't make me feel like that at all. That's a really big strength to do. And I've always appreciated that.
It takes a lot to admit to something. And I'm not, if you ever try to stop smoking and you slip up, and then you always have that one person, well, I thought you stopped smoking. But like, okay, that's not how you treat with people. You just go to them like, oh, it's okay, don't worry. You get back on the horse tomorrow. That's what I do. I'm trying to take the more proactive, like, well, we'll just pick ourselves up. One of my friends says, stop using whatever. You sound like a disgruntled, angry teen. So, because there's certain things that happen, you're like, whatever.
Right.
Because, what will be. So basically, I asked him, like, what are some ways of changing that? I'm like, what will be. And we always have an option to change it. So moving from whatever to that longer statement.
This is human. You're having a human experience. You're going to mess up,
Yeah, well, I mean, I have been using it, well, it's also because I've watched people on English TV, whatever, the way they.
They could say anything and it sounds so sophisticated. I'm always
it does too. It does.
Some of it does.
I'm like captivated by most of their accents.
Oh, I got now. Yeah,
okay.
Yeah. You do that. What is it? Jason Statham? No to me.
Yeah.
Like full, like it's like 5 words. I want to me.
And they can be so insulting too. Like I remember.
Oh, and they use the C word very freely in the UK.
Oh yeah. It sounds better. It sounds better.
Oh my God.
For some reason, it doesn't sound as dirty when they say it. What is that?
Oh, it's so bad.
They are just like so Austin. Yeah, it just has a way about it that it sounds more sophisticated. I think.
I think it's like, oh, it's such a bloody.
I remember once this guy's like, you didn't have a motor. I thought a motor. What is a motor board? What would you think it meant here in the United States?
I just like, I'm like, when I was over in the UK and we're like, we're going someplace. Like, where are we going? He goes, oh, we got to go to the car park. I'm like, we're taking a car to the park. Do they have swing? Is there a seesaw?
I got to go get to my trolley.
And then I was in a chemist, which is a drugstore. And I'm standing with a buddy of mine and this female friend that we met at the hostel right in front of the pharmacist's window. And I'm looking for cough syrup. Now, over the UK, you can get cough syrup with codeine in it.
Oh,
I mean,
good.
then again, you could also get heroin. There's no laws on that.
Go to the UK.
So goes, maybe you should get a Durex. And I'm like, what the hell is it? What do I need a Durex for? And the pharmacist starts laughing and she's, whatever. And I'm like, oh, what the bloody hell?
What would I say now? Yeah.
Durex is the name brand for a condom. And I'm like,
oh, yeah. I said for being of the same language, there's definitely some things I have to Google it. I'm like,
oh, yeah. Bloody wanker.
Yeah, I know.
Cigarettes? They call cigarettes something. Yeah. And
go to fag.
Yeah, I'm
That's
like,
what they used to call. You go next or fag.
Yeah, oh yes.
Like,
that's
no, I'm not gay. I mean, if that's your thing, go for it. Way too many beautiful women in this world.
What would you think a motorboard was? What would you, if you heard a motor? Think of a motorboard.
motorboard it's a vehicle. It's for moving.
No, it's not. It's not. If the chat knows what a motorboard is. First, the guy told me I needed to go to university, not the university, because they say university, where you get a
Motorboard
motorboard.
it's
Cab.
like a bus. Oh, you're
No,
talking
it's
about
a
this?
cab.
No.
That's
I've heard
exactly
motorboard used for. I've heard it used
not
for
in the English
boat
language, a motorboard. And
or
I said, I have a motorboard. We even get them in high school, and I have a graduate degree, so I've had 3 of them total. And he said, "Oh, I see you're institutionalized." I was like,
Well,
"Oh."
it's really different over there at university. I mean, it's no Harry Potter moment, but
I thought it was.
everybody thought it was
If you
cute.
can zing me like that many times, more power to you.
Yeah. And I know
Sorry.
that this is, if you do this to somebody in England like this, instead of doing this, this is peace and this is FU. This was done because during the French-English conflict, the French would capture English people and cut the 2 fingers off so they couldn't use their bow and arrow. So that was a way of saying, I still got mine. So I always tell my daughter, like, if anybody gives you stuff and you want to give them the finger, just give them 2 of them.
Yeah.
Same thing. So, it comes in handy. No, that and oi,
Hunger Games, huh?
oi. I get that. Yeah,
Oi.
someone said wanker. You know,
Oofta.
the scene in Dirty Rotten Scoundrels where Steve Martin's in a wheelchair and
Oh,
the other
that was-
characters, why don't you get up so you can dance with her? And 2 English guys are behind there, like, oi, get up and dance. Someone ought to smack him one. That scene. Guys, hit the like button. Blazer, thank you for. It was a pleasure meeting you. I'm gonna go now. Otherwise,
Yes, Brian. Thank you so much for coming on, and it's always been a pleasure. It's nice to catch up, and don't be a stranger. But seriously,
I'm not a
and
stranger.
we'll plan a part 2, and we will actually do what our description says.
No problem.
I need it today. It was I'm not sure about you, but it definitely feels so much more grounded. And
Well, I mean,
definitely
you know, when you said like, you know, let's talk about contact, and I'm like what? And you're like how you make contact, and I'm like, well, normally I would start off with, can I buy you a drink? You know, and then what do you talk about after contact? I'm like, well, if you're really smart and you're caring, you move the towel away so there's no wet spot. But that's a totally different contact. I told that to Al. I said, this is what she's going to talk about. And he goes, you're fucking crazy.
You did this. You came on with Al. Let me tell the story real quick.
Oh, that was great.
But you made he was talking about his sighting or something. What was the joke that you made? And then you disappeared. And I was like,
he just clicked right off.
Yeah, just gone.
Yeah,
do you
because
remember
I
that?
threw the one-liner.
Oh God, what was it?
I forgot what it like. I think he was saying like I had to say it blinked out.
Watermelons. It had something to do with
Yeah.
watermelon.
How big? You know, what size melons did your sighting have, or something like that?
Oh, it
a
was so
sexual
it's right in
innuendo,
there.
whatever. And I had to throw that. He set up the line perfectly, where I just like
Oh.
I do that
Brian
all the
gets
time.
on, and then he's off. And I was like, where did Brian
on the
go?
race.
Yeah.
Yep. You know,
He's
you
gone.
guys, you should have the wrench crew on here too, and
Yeah,
also
definitely.
Kenny Momo. Kenny does sketches, so if you've had an encounter or an
Mm,
experience like Bigfoot or some other creatures,
yes.
Kenny Momo in chat
I've
right now.
seen him. I think I've seen him drawing while
Yeah,
on a
he's-
panel. Yeah.
And he picks up on it. I want to have him on to draw some of the stuff I've seen. See if he.
Oh
he
yeah.
can pull
Is
it out.
he? Can you put me in touch or put us in touch?
Yeah, right here, Kenny, me, Coley. Yeah, I'll put you in touch.
Hi, Kenny.
Um,
Are you in the chat, Kenny?
Kenny's
Hopefully
in the
not-
chat. He's Kenny.
Hopefully not with
dash
Brian,
Momo.
and we can't hear you or see you.
No. He does it, but they're in Mark Twain Forest right now, which is a pretty.
Oh, okay. Oh, so are they on
man world.
Facebook? Could you hook us up on Facebook so I could set them a date and time?
Yeah. I'll get you some stuff, and then I'll
Sure.
message you saying, "Hey, Kenny, this is Coley and Maya," and then they'll hook you guys up. He's really great guy.
That's awesome.
Also,
love
the
that
Half
one.
Inch Wrench Crew. I mean, if you guys haven't checked out their stuff, they're freaking awesome.
They are.
Yeah.
Yes,
So
and
go
to
check it
Brian,
out.
before you go, where can they have a great
Oh.
channel. Where can they find you also?
after this conversation, federal prison. But Third
Bryan
Eye
will no
Live
longer be available.
Wednesday. Yeah, Third Eye Live Wednesday at my own channel at symbol Bryan Bowden on YouTube. And our guest is Dave Scott this week.
Oh, good.
Yes.
Yeah, I used to be on Space Style Radio after hours.
Yes, you have. And I'm going to give Dave shit about hockey right now. So,
No, you got to give him crap about going out and have the meetings. I used to make him so mad. This is no joke. He would get on there and he'd be like, "You unmute your microphone. This is Dave Hawkins." And I love Dave to death. I love Dave to death. But I got him mad and he said, "I had to go meditate in the Canadian forest for 40 minutes."
Dave is one of my favorite people. And I was, thank you, Blazer, for putting up my YouTube channel thingy, link, whatever. I've known Dave for a very long time. I'm his 3:00 in the morning phone call for shit. So
you're Bryan Bowden with how many different podcasts does he always say? Bryan Bowden with 5,000,
like 15,625. I don't have that many. I've been on a lot of them, but I don't have that many.
That's Dave's humor, though.
I'm just trying to get to. I think we're about 600 now. On the what do you call it? I don't want to report anybody. Thank you. I'm looking to see if I have the subscribers. I want to get to that 1,000 or over that 1,000 mark.
Yeah.
And I'm getting closer.
Are you at 500? At least you get the super chats and stuff, right?
603. I haven't gotten super chats yet.
So you have to get to you have to be at 500. Aren't you at 500?
I'm at 500, but I'm at 603. But according to my monetization, I have to upload X amount of videos a week or whatever. So I've been uploading shorts like they're going out of style. So that's
but you should, as soon as you hit that marker, you should turn it on. Are you did you apply for it?
They said I'm not eligible.
What?
I don't know.
Oh, you need the watch time
hours.
Yeah, I'm just short. I'm really close to that short end of the. I think I need 3,000 hours, and I have I think I need like another 200 hours or
You're
less. Yeah, I'm almost there.
Well, let's help you get there.
We'll watch some old videos and stuff.
Once I get there, I'm sure that they're going to take away the monetization when I start talking what I say.
No, don't think like that. But you got the power, now, and yeah. This is my third time around. I've learned my lesson.
There are some whacked out shows that are monetized, so no, you should be fine.
Yeah, there's some people that get monetized, and you're like,
how?
What am I doing wrong?
I can't even get.
And it's not about the monetization either. It's just, you know what the thing is?
You have one hater, and it's literally can just be one out there, like continuously through the whole stinking. You have one hater, and that's where it happens.
So it's not about the monetization as much as once you get over that threshold, you start getting more and more people coming to your show because they actually the algorithm promotes you more to their other people. So I really want to reach the audiences, and I make my own T-shirts and all that other stuff. I sell some stuff, so here and there.
Oh, that's cool. Where can they find that at?
Well, I'm doing that. We have a company, but I'm doing my own stuff under Bryan Bowden Design, and I just made I made a bunch of T-shirts for people. Some of my designs. I have a Ventian man. That's the man that looks like they're doing jumping jacks. Michelangelo. Yeah, I did that with Bigfoot, with the dog man, with extraterrestrials. So I made the same thing, but I have a dogman there, a Bigfoot, individual ones. I do a lot of that stuff.
So is it on a website or they contact you directly?
I'm in the process of fixing my website. They'll be on my website, but I usually bring it to conferences. So, I just do logos and all this weird stuff. And
you have a vinyl cutter, or are you doing it?
No. I have I have a screen printer up in Yonkers, New York, and then I have I don't have a vinyl cutter because vinyl is not many people are using it anymore, and now it's less expensive to individually print up those letters themselves. and have it printed versus vinyl.
Yeah, I have a vinyl cutter and a press, so I know, and it's very intricate work, like to get the.
It's very intricate because if you're using, it depends on like if you want to do 2, 3, 4 colors.
Yeah.
You kind of have to do overlays, and then it gets to be a pain. You can
Yeah.
get a Cricut to do it, but we do the higher end stuff, like like legitimate jerseys and professional jerseys. No offense to the Cricut stuff, it's doing a great job for that market. But when you're doing bulk stuff, you can't use a Cricut on some of the commercial grade stuff that we have to use.
No, the other way is much cheaper and more efficient.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
Great. Yeah.
But it's fun. You need ColeyUFO shirts and hats.
I do too. I know. I've got a design. I just have to find a company that's reasonable. So you do that for independently? Like I could bring my business to you?
I've done it for a bunch of people in the paranormal world and this type of community. And the best way to do it, and this is just my 2 cents, you say, I have a shirt, you post the shirt up. I really need a minimum of 36 pieces. Okay. So as long as 36 pieces are ordered, I'm fine. But you post it up there and then you take the money and say, this is a limited time offer. I'm doing the shirt by the end of this month. I'm placing the order. And if you aren't in, you ain't getting, the March 2027, Coley Weber design.
Mm-hmm.
And then once you get it, you say, I need 30 shirts. And there's wiggle room there. I say, okay, cool. This is the price of the shirt. But I tell you that before. And let's say I charge you $15 to do a shirt, just making a number up. Full color front, back. You sell that shirt. T-shirts go for $30 now. Just telling you. So you can easily sell it for $20, $25, $30. You can.
Do you have a mailing service too? Could I buy them and